That passes without you on my mind. Not even 1 minute can end up before you come around. I yearn for the days when I see your face here before me. I long for the times you held me in your arms. Whoa. How I wish that you were here to give me everything I want, but I know that life's unfair and we can't always have it all. give me everything I want, but I know that life's unfair and we can't always have it all. I wish that you were here. I wish that you were here. I wish that you. 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 I wish that you.
Hey, I'm kind of glad you didn't pick up. I kind of just called to hear your voice. I miss you. I've been thinking about you, and I've been thinking about our love, and how much I miss you. I miss being around you, hearing your laugh and holding your hand. I think of you every day. I hope and I wish that you're doing okay. I want us to go back to the old days, because I miss you, and I just thought of you. The idea of you listening to this, the thought of you on the other side of the line, I can't hang up. I don't want this to end. Not again. I don't know if you miss me too, but I hope you do. Even if things never go back to what we were, what I became so used to, what I thought would be forever.
For us. Around with this Deagle, won't be able to see anything as of yet. You will hear those steps though, a chance for him to maybe spam, not going to come through as of yet. This is just slow as hell. Blue Jays not taking any chances. Danny traded out. DemQ with a big headshot. I don't think the round really in contention yet, but if he can find another here, might be able to make something happen. Interestingly, okay, I'll touch upon this in a minute, because Boros is making something happen. Deagle swings round. Kakanito, damage control. Stops things from getting out of hand. Trades it. DemQ left in the 2-on-1. Does swing out. Finds the first. Molly in hand. Might be able to flush out the bomb plants here. He's got a Mac 10 as well. Surely, DemQ. There it is. Tied up 1-1. Beautiful stuff. Takes the long way around as well to avoid the Molotov. And perfect. Absolutely perfect. And actually, interestingly, as I say, it was announced the other day, before the last time I casted Monte, that Boros had been dropped or benched or leaving the roster, something along those lines. And they've been playing with Joel here in the pre-game with the rosters and stuff. Joel was there instead of Boros, but in the server right now, it's Boros. And I'm a big fan of it because the guy's a beast. If he was dropped or whatever, I think it was something else. I don't think he was dropped. I think there was something else that was going on. But the guy's cracked, and I really do want to see more from him. It's nice to see him in the server. Quick timeout as well. Kind of an interesting time for it, to be honest. I mean, Blue Jays are a team that do like to utilize their timeouts, so it will be something that we see more of. And yeah, losing a second round like that's as good a time as any to kind of whip one out and have a little talk about the round and what went wrong. But remember, it is only round number 3. You only get 4 of them, so use them wisely. He's aggressing into mid. Monte not contesting mid control at all here. Vessa's in CT to watch the mid to B. Smoke will go in, but that's not what they're committing to. That's actually just going to keep Vessa busy. Bait him into a bit of a false sense of opponents coming his way, perhaps. It will only be when Waro takes the contact that the rotations will start to come over. He's got an AWP, though. Kakanito with the AK, jiggling. Slow peeks round, though. Waro's going to hit that all day long. But a sacrifice that Blue Jays will make. AK retrieved. They'll be able to try and get themselves up onto the bomb site. One way deployed into catwalk. Boros from behind, though. No one's watching their backs. But Boros, what is that? Why has he held down the trigger? He doesn't reset after the first kill. Instead, just commits to the spray. It goes horribly wrong. Only good for one. In a position where he should have found at least two. Warrow, what a beautiful shot. Probably only seeing the top of the head there, but moving so slowly as time to line up. Red Star will upgrade to the AK. Monte get off to a pretty good start here on Dust 2, to be perfectly honest, all things considered. When you look back to that pistol round and how one-sided it seemed. Thought Monte were in a bit of trouble, perhaps. Full eco here for the T side. Actually, really nothing invested. Kicksan's gone for a P250, which is interesting because he's kind of the only player that can't really afford a P250. Yeah, down to 1,600. Should be a good opportunity for Monte to have a bit of a flawless round here. No SMGs to farm the cash, but try not to take too many casualties. Danny snatched an AK. It's okay. Warriors found the trade. One casualty against a full eco is okay. That's something you can really brush off. Interesting that they were playing aggro lower tunnels, knowing that they'd be against a full eco there, but it doesn't matter. 3-1. Monte happily reinvesting into that M4. And as we waddle into round number 5. Monte 3-1. Not bad. Not bad at all. Styley's big kill. Boros trades it right back through the smoke, though. We didn't quite get to see what happened there with that duel, but it was over towards long. And that aggressive prod taken out instantly. Red Star starting to work forward. Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure if he was making noise there, if that's just a read from Aid Kit, but it means everything. If the bomb's dropped in that scenario, it's round over. This is a very bizarre situation, though. Monte have got the B tunnels control. The C4's been left behind. Huge kill from Warrow. Blue Jays found themselves on the bomb site so early. But they didn't keep track of the C4. It was left in the spawn. They had to go back for it. And in that time, they lost all of the control. And things went very, very south. 4-1 Monte getting off to a really good start here. Blue Jays back in a position where they don't have cash either. I mean, they're sat on 3K. They've got a max loss bonus, so they can drop down to sort of the $1,500 mark. They can buy some pistols into this one. We won't see anything too substantial. Kicksan straight into the scout. Has to face up against the AWP, though. Using that movement accuracy to try and sort of find himself a running kill. Won't connect for now as Warrow takes him out. Still holding onto the angle as well. Waiting for Casanito to reaggress. And there's a decent chance he will. There's a scout. Bosh. Gone. Demq with another. 5 versus 2. Oh my goodness. This guy's just unstoppable. Right through the doors. And tag Styley's down to 4 HP. And surely this 1v5 will be short-lived. Tech 9 in hand. Single bullet will take him out. If he takes contact with Warrow, maybe he's got a chance. But yeah, the AWP goes for a bit of overkill. Finishes things off with a 3K in the round. And there it is. Monte 5-1, making this look easy. And as I say, bearing in mind how this game started, or this map started, bearing in mind the pistol round was just so one-sided. I really wasn't expecting Monte to turn it around like this, but they are. Ooh, missed shot from Aid Kit. Flash over the top. Minute left on this clock and just nothing's happened, right? Blue Jays kind of going for this map control. Monte have just been gifting it to them. They haven't really been contesting aggressive long. So, yeah, let them out blue. Let them into pit. Kit starts to aggress. Flash over the top, though. That's brilliant from Boros. Takes two. Stylies. Oh, my goodness. What is Red Star doing there? He might have just thrown the round. 30 seconds left, and all of a sudden, they found a couple of kills towards B, and that's where they're headed. Fessa will be there in time to catch them on the cross. If they don't have a smoke for it, they may be in a bit of trouble. There we go. Contact made. Smoke deployed. We will have to see a retake, but the bomb not gone down yet, so a bit of time for Fessa to try and get into this one. Not going to peek out until the C4 has been planted, though. Molly over the top. Fessa a little bit messy. Does convert. Waro so fantastic with these AWP shots, but won't get it done there. And it really does feel like it kind of falls onto Red Star there. He's pulling nades out. I'm not sure what's happened, right? Boros has hit two fantastic headshots, and Red Star's caught with his pants down. All right, big opening. Oh, my goodness. Okay, just right back to winning ways. Losing around and just proving that it's just a minor hiccup. Man advantage. Danny low on health as well. Not a lot of util left to work with. A smoke and two Molotovs. Red Star peeking in, might get the timing onto Stylies. Not going to happen. Blue Jays are looking a little bit lost here on Dust 2, to be honest, considering this is their map pick. Maybe somewhat proving that the Monte side that they played against 5 weeks ago isn't the same squad anymore. These guys have been playing a lot and improving at a rapid rate, really. That's what happens when you put 5 super talents together. Doesn't take them as long to develop. Boros on the site. Styly's going to go for a run boost. Thing is, he's still going to only spot the head. And yeah, Boros will take that all day long. Play pigeon shooting, but with an automatic rifle. Kixan realizes the bomb's been dropped in CT. A bit of a worst case scenario to try and clutch out the round. Uncharacteristic whiff there from Waro. As he's spotted now under pressure, AK will be able to find him. 20 seconds left, though. And Red Star with the secondary sniper will take him out. Demq picks up another. Shame that Joel's not here to pick up those duties, but it's all right. 6-2. They'll keep a sniper on each bomb site. Remember, folks, BitSkins, our partners for the event. If you do want to buy, sell, or trade skins, head over to cctor.gg/P2P. They've got peer-to-peer trading, means you can trade with real people instead of bots, and it's pretty cool. I also forgot to mention at the start of the game, stream cards. You can play along. It's on the right-hand side of your screen. It's a cool little fun game. Played it the other day. You predict rounds, you earn points, there's leaderboards and things like that. Couple of big kills, Red Star. Oh, okay. Really making things happen there. Just completely shutting that one down. I thought with the AWP they might get a little bit overwhelmed, but 7-2. Monte still just steamrolling this one. Another buy-up comes out from Blue Jays, but these rounds have just seemed really bizarre. No kind of fixed executes or anything like that. Round number 10. Boost in, AWP holding, aid kit. Doesn't actually see them cross. The nade provides them with enough cover. They don't have to deploy the smoke. Oop, jumping over the top. Cacanito should have heard those sound cues, but I don't think it'll make a huge amount of difference. Warrior actually aggressing in here from short. Doesn't want to push too far forward, worried that someone could be in lower tunnels, but if he sticks around, he's going to hear them jumping up onto Xbox. It'll be a free kill for him all day long. Stylies can't get up for the trade in time either. Oh, Boros. Oh my goodness. They're just not aware of these flanks. Boros has been such a thorn in their side so many times. Been on these big flanks and they've just not been expecting it. Last time we saw it with the MP9 on short. That was in the second round. Whilst he didn't find too many kills, it definitely put a spanner in the works. Tactical pause. Eight to 2, the scoreline sits, and it feels like it is getting a little bit out of control. This is a real turning point here for Blue Jays, and I think they realize that. I think that's why they've called the timeout. They really need to start sort of putting their foot on the gas now, before it gets too late. They're kind of at a point where, okay, they're not expecting to win this round. They've just got the pistols, but if they can start to muster together a few and bring this to like a 9-6, 10-5 half, then it's of course doable. If they don't, they end up being 12-3, 13-2 down. Then that's kind of it. It's pretty much game over. Made into lowers. That's going to do a lot of damage. That's a fantastic HE. Jiggling into middle. Besser spams away. Big headshot. Aid kit. Joining the party. Better late than never. Smoke will go on to short. Red Star with another one. You can see they're playing a lot further back here in rounds like this. Kind of not interested in getting stuck in. Not interested in trying to take close fights with these pistols. Just want to keep the money flowing. There's still quite a few rounds left to play in the half. And money is what they need to keep things rolling. Double AWP carried across. 2 AKs as well. 9-2 the scoreline sits. And I talked about that turning point before. Blue Jays. This needs to be where they start picking up the rounds. Otherwise, we'll see a 10th on the board here for Monte. They'll hit double digits after round 12. They'll be up against another pistol buy more than likely, unless we see a bomb plant or a lot of kills here from Blue Jays. And they'll be almost guaranteed an 11th. Red Star, aggressive in mid. Peeking into lower tunnels. AWP on the other side. Flash into lower. Red Star. This favours him. They're going for the boost, but surely not expecting the peek here. And there it is. They're making loads of noise. Red Star knows he can just peek into it, fire off the shot. Perfect incendiary. The timing on it's impeccable to deny the trade. And the AWPs are just causing them so many problems. Just slamming the door in their opponent's face. Cacanito Aggressing Boros. Yeah, tucked behind the door. Blue Jays just constantly caught off guard. Really. Just unaware here constantly. Oh, wow. Leg spotted. Red Star. That's beautiful. Boros even there on the flank too. And Monte are just making this look so easy. Getting so aggressive in so many situations. And Blue Jays, as I say, they're not reacting to this. They're getting aggressed constantly. They're getting flanked by Boros constantly. And they're not holding. They're not in positions where they've got someone watching their flank, or they're saying, okay, well, he likes to aggress mid doors, so maybe we have someone in top mid holding for this in case he wants to peek into lowers. Maybe we just Molotov him. I know it sounds kind of crazy as a T side to just Molotov the mid doors, but it means he can't go for those opening picks in situations like that. It's not the first time. Yeah, players causing problems, getting aggressive from short, getting aggressive from doors. And when Blue Jays are aggressing, they're not using the flashbangs to clear these angles. They're not using mollies to force them off. I mean, a few rounds ago when Waro peeked in and killed the player jumping up into the Xbox, he's making noise, right? It's a good a time as any to throw a Molotov on the corner, make sure that you secure that short control before starting to aggress. Back onto the pistols. Okay, Waro maybe getting a little too happy to just push there, right up mid with an AWP, but all right, they find the refrag regardless. Just up against these pistols shouldn't be too many problems. Boros has spotted one close as an A starts to rain over. He's taken a more advantageous angle on top of the boxes. Nate should finish off Danny. There it is, perfectly placed. I like the fact that he sort of readjusted himself there before deploying it. Red Star, okay. All right, this is maybe where things go wrong because they're overconfident and that might just cause them problems. Fessa trades it out. Puts things into a one-on-one. He's retrieved the AWP. Not quite sure where Kicksan's coming from. We'll certainly know now as the molly's been deployed. Thinks he might come in from short. Kicksan's playing some mind games instead. Peeks into CT. Swaps out to the AK. Bounces back. This time that's been wasted will keep Fessa guessing. But Fessa, of course, still with a huge advantage here. He's got the bomb at his feet. He doesn't really have to toy with this. Does start to think that Kicksan might come in from long, though, as the time passed long enough. Kicksan actually playing this very smart. I do like this. As he makes the drop, though. Fessa heard that. I think he has. He's certainly heard it now. As he's stomping around, realizing he doesn't really have a lot of time here. Knows that Fessa has to be holding towards long. Doesn't have time to go back to B. Has to commit to a plant here on the A side. Fessa's giving him a bit too much space here. Planting safe. 10 seconds left. Fessa gets himself onto a better angle. Doesn't quite get there before he crosses, though. Won't necessarily hear the drop into CT. Has to flick down and misses it. Oh, wow. Okay, Kicksan clutching it up. And Blue Jays pull it off in an eco round. And Monte have just been stupid there. There's no other way to describe that. That is just ridiculous. Boros has had a fantastic play on the site. They've done well individually in certain scenarios. But yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous. The fact that Waro's pushing top mid with an AWP against pistols in a round like that. Red Star's throwing himself through a smoke in a 3v3 retake. Just doesn't make any sense at all. Yeah, back onto the guns. Seems like Monte still want to apply the pressure. It's okay against the rifles, but yeah, when they're doing it against an eco round, they're kind of throwing it in the bin. That was a good opportunity to put themselves onto 11 and make this a really one-sided half. And they have kind of given Blue Jays a ticket back in. Boros again, though, the flank master. And here it is, right? He's got himself the bomb. He's got himself at least one free kill. He knows there's no real chance of A-Kit turning around here. So, yeah, does have to pull the trigger before he loses that bomb, but really does keep A-Kit guessing because he's been shot in the back. Boros has danced around him. It's like, okay, where the hell has that come from? Demq's going to stand in the molly to secure that opening kill. Seems like they will lose the B control here, but the bomb's still in spawn. Boros finally taken out by Kakanito, so a chance to go and retrieve this C4. But to be honest, feels like a repeat of what we saw earlier, where Blue Jays take the B control, but the bomb's been left behind. Monte will just aggress into mid. There you go. Waro finding that all-important kill. They've now got control of the bomb again. Feels like Blue Jays just aren't learning from their mistakes. Can't go for B control. You can't go for a default where you're putting 2 players long. You go for the B control with the 3 men aggressing, but you leave the bomb behind when your CTs are getting as aggressive as they are, right? In a normal standard play, that works because you say, okay, well, it's unlikely that they're going to push all the way up suicide and take the bomb. So we can afford to kind of go for a little pick towards long. If it doesn't work, the top mid player will rotate around and bring the bomb to B. But we've already seen plenty of times that Monte like to aggress up mid. So you can't afford to leave that bomb behind. And we see it again. It's the second time this game, this map so far, this half so far, that we've seen Blue Jays fall for that same trap. The default, leaving the bomb behind. Monte just toying with them, counter-stracking them so well. And this force by fall by cycle, unfortunately, has fallen a little bit short because Blue Jays are left in the force spy situation in the final round of the half. So it's a Deagle, Galil's, a couple of AKs to pull together going into the 15th. And it's just been absolutely stomped. Boris's aggression catches them out again with a two-piece. Okay, Kickstand could have gone for the head, goes for the clutch instead. Maybe just wanted to go for the headshot instead. I don't know. But regardless, Warrior will finish things off with, in fact, a 3K, 2 before that. And a good half, a hell of a half, in fact, 12-3. We're going to be going to a short 3-minute break, folks. When we return, we'll be right back into the second half to see if Monte can continue to close out this stomp. Welcome back, everybody. 12-3. A hell of a half from Monte. And then let's try and close this one out. To be honest, this pistol round really does mean everything. And with Boros finding a big pick onto Kickstand, that's so important. I mean, look how much A control's been given up here. The smoke's actually missed. Okay. Bit of a weird one. Unless that's the plan. They actually work out. I'm sure they haven't missed a CT smoke. I think that's actually, like, their interesting way of that cross smoke, because it does work. No one can see through it. Means that one can go a little bit deeper. Waro gets this plant in. Man advantage for the retake. No kit, though. Oh, my goodness. Okay, all headshots have come through. We've missed them. Waro takes his time with the kill on long, but does get taken out by Danny from short. Every little helps, right? Really important. The Blue Jays have won that pistol round. If they don't, then I think it's pretty much game over. Very long way to go to try and come back into this. But as I say, if you play it round by round, then there's always an opportunity that you can pull something off. You look at it as a bigger picture. You say, wow, okay, we've got to win 8 in a row just to tie this up. Then things start to get maybe a little more complicated. Yeah, trying to find the opening pick. Won't convert for now. Monte, off of getting that bomb plant in the last, they do actually go for a proper buy here. And with Fessa finding the shot through the door, contact made on B. Oh no. Danny's poked his head back up. Wara's torn it clean off. Rotates to coming in. But pressure here on the B site. It's only a scout to try and contend as well. Surely doesn't win against these rifles. Does connect to tag. Should get a kill onto Boros. Pressure in. Go for the trade. He's dinked. Oh no. Okay. They call it off. They back away. Fessa still in suicide holding the mid-cross. Still doing damage as well. It's ridiculous. He's had so much impact in this round. Unbelievable scenes. smoke in. Percent. Aggressing. Okay. All right. Turn back around from Blue Jays. This was looking like a dire situation for them. It was looking like there was no way the round would swing their favor. And to be honest, I just wanted to see Monte pull the trigger there on the B site after finding that opening kill. Push. Second man's got a scout. As soon as they confirmed that with the opening tag, you just say, let's just overwhelm him. He's got a scout. It's not like he can mow us all down. I'm very, very surprised they don't commit to that. And it costs them the round ultimately, falling away, giving Blue Jays that time and that space to adapt and pull in those rotations. Yeah, it feels like a massive, massive mistake. Will have to be a full eco here for Monte, a chance for Blue Jays to string a couple together. And frankly, I mean, they've still got enough of a margin for error to actually make a comeback happen. But even if they don't, all of these rounds will just build up a little bit of confidence going into this second map as well. It's always horrible losing a first map, especially when you lose it like 16-3 or something like that. So yeah, having some feel-good rounds towards the end, definitely something that they'll be happy to take. A kit with a nice opening, of course, just up against unarmored pistols. So not really expecting anything else here, to be honest, than just a bit of a stomp. A couple of kills going the T's way would be ideal for them, though. Gets away with one. DemQ fights back elsewhere, but Kick's unable to trade it. Leaves it all on to Fessa. They've only found one kill. Full eco. It is kind of your benchmarks, kind of what you expect. Any more than that, and they'll certainly be happy. And, oh, okay, that is really quick. Darnie takes a tag, but trades it right back. 12-6, the current scoreline sits. Monte with another buy, though, and nothing wrong with this one, right? There's not going to be a scout. There's not going to be any Galils. We'll see 5 rifles come out, 5 AK-47s, the premium rifles, the ones that pack a bit more of a punch, the one-hit headshot potential. Warro's having an unbelievable game. He's sitting 21-10. Boros, 20-12 as well. As I said before, the guy's a beast. And it's a real shame that we kind of saw him step back. I hope that he's back to stay here, and today isn't just a one-off. Akanito on the angle. Boros peeks into him, anticipates him there, even goes for the pre-aim, but doesn't hit the shot quick enough. Kakanito, so fast, man. This guy's a beast. Swings out. Red Star can't trade it. Fessa elsewhere's found himself 2, though. Very, very important kills. And off the back of it, they're going to fly into the A site, aware that there could be another. In fact, maybe not. They're just volleying off the rotation. DemQ, here's the steps. Oh, Kakanito, if he shift walks there, I think he finds the kill. But stomping in gives away his location. DemQ will turn around and bring things back. 2v2. Red Star takes another. Danny 1v1. Jumps up to finish Red Star. I'm really not sure what Red Star's doing there. What's going on? What are we seeing here? This feels so bizarre. Multiple rounds now where Monte have sort of had these advantages. A 2v1 situation. Okay, they're going for the bomb plant. And yeah, I mean, Danny's done really well in that situation to isolate that first kill. But I don't know why Red Star's jumping up to try and find that kill. Just take a step back. Play the head angle. Feels very rushed. Feels like they just want to close this one out and they're making mistakes in the process. Their T-side definitely showing gaps, showing holes. Boros up close, Desert Eagle. M4 on the other side should win this duel. Shadow spots it, gives AK an advantage to swing wide. But only good for 1 before DemQ can trade it out. Bit of damage dealt, but it's alright. Fine, they'll brush it off. M4 retrieved by DemQ. He's got Kevlar and a helmet behind it as well, so chance for him to have some big impacts. Kakanito, HG, perfect. Spams through the smoke as well for another. A 4v4 becomes half that. 4v2. Smoke deployed. C4 needs to be retrieved here from DemQ because they realise if they do find this kill, They've got a very, very short window of opportunity to actually get this bomb planted. Instead, they fall back to short. On the jump spot, Waro will see him, but more importantly, Danny confirms that they're still here. They don't have to rotate anyone off just yet. Things, of course, have gone a bit quiet. Smokes have faded. They didn't want to get caught out in the open. Those smokes provided them a nice bit of cover, but yeah, as soon as they fade, they're kind of left high and dry. Kakanito fires off a bit more damage. Waro finishes him off, though. 3v2. As I said, that small window of opportunity for that bomb to go down. There it is. No. Okay, Danny denies it. Bomb being planted a little too open there meant that he could swing and stop it happening. And there it is again. Oh, man. If he's a tad more to the right, then that that plant comes through, they have a little bit of extra money. Round, surely not in contention, of course, but good bit of damage regardless, to be honest, given the fact they just had the pistols. They found 3 kills. Force the reinvestments from the CT side, keeping their economy honest. Humble. Not too much left behind them. If Blue Jays lose this round, a good chance for Monte to string a couple together to be perfectly wrong. Oh my goodness. That's unbelievable. Waro. What a shot. What a shot. That's the first nail in the coffin, surely. Kickstand does bite back. Okay, Stylies with another. MQ frustration. Picks up the smoke in hand. Yeah, so ready for them to deploy that molly. They will spam into him, but he tucks himself right into the corner, so safe. 2 Molotovs. Could deploy one close. Wouldn't be extinguished by that smoke. One in CT. Spotted peeking wide. Red Star still holding cut. Benito can chip away for more. And they're really making this happen. This isn't a one-sided game anymore. Blue Jays more than likely close out this round. We go 12-9. Monte don't have any money because they haven't got a bomb plant yet again. We probably go 12-10. Then it really is anyone's game. The first half, Monte were looking super, super dominant. I thought this one might just be a one-sided affair, but Blue Jays kind of shown that mental resilience to fight back in this one. Demku with a nice opening kill. Oh no, Kakanito's timing. That's so bad. That's so unfortunate. Danny mollied off as well. They're really expecting him to be coming from short. Head spotted. Red Star finishes things off. Monte pull back. What seemed like an impossible situation of 3v2 and 36 points of health between them. How on earth do they get away with that? Here's the replay. That's all I want to see. Waro's unbelievable shot through the door. And as I said before, Blue Jays, no money. The fact that in that half-buy round, Monte managed to find 3 kills meant major reinvestments needed for the CT side. They have to drop down to an eco here, allow Monte onto 14. To be honest, their T sides looked really shaky, but they might still be able to close this one out. And considering the fact that it's their opponent's map pick, I don't think they care how they get there, as long as they just get it over the line, because they'll be on Mirage next, a map they should be super confident with. As I say, 5 weeks ago, they lost here to Blue Jays 16-8, or they lost on Mirage to Blue Jays 16-8. But by the fact they've picked into it, surely means that they're much better prepared this time round. Stylies, big kill with the USB, but I don't think we'll see much more. Trades are perfect. Kakanito with a 5-7. Okay. Nice reaction shot. Big whiff from Waro. Going for the pistol instead of the AWP to find that one. If he'd just gone for the sniper, definitely would have taken it. Gives Kakanito a sniper, so really a reason to hunt here. Red Star can't be the man to do so, though. He's got the bomb and he hasn't planted it yet. Okay. All right, Kakanito. I like that. I like that. Recognizing there's a minute left on the clock, they're going to be hunting for him. They've got the rifles. He hasn't got any Kevlar. It's unlikely he'll be able to stay alive. And he does not want to let them carry that up into the next. So he'll throw it out the map. They won't know where he's thrown it either. So it's not like they can go for a boost or anything to try and retrieve it. Might have a bit of a flank here onto Demku, though. And if he finds an AK, he certainly won't be throwing that away. Monte are confused right now. They're like, where the hell has he gone? At this point, just kind of accepting that he's disappeared. He's Houdini. So here's him in suicide. There it is. Finds the kill, grabs the AK, tucks behind the box. That's actually huge from him. That is absolutely huge. In a situation like that, just a completely unwinnable round, a 4v1, 5-7, no Kevlar, to take an AWP out of the map and to carry across an AK. That's beautiful. And that means that a sniper can come out as well. He can drop an AWP over. And a luxury that they wouldn't have been able to afford without it. Huge, huge impact from Kakanito. It's 14-8, so it does feel like maybe a little bit of a silver lining. But if they win this round off of the back of it, then, yeah, massive, massive kudos to him. He is having a great game. I said in the pregame, sometimes like you kind of have Kakanito moments. He's either just unbelievable. He's dropping 40, 50 bombs, just something crazy. Or he's just middle of the road. Today, he's just kind of top of the road, but nothing too crazy so far here on Dust 2. We'll see if he can be the catalyst for the comeback, or maybe the man to go crazy on the second map. And number 23, Kakanito, still on this angle. Up close, Boros, nade in hand. If Kakanito had gone for the peek there, might have been able to catch him off guard. Instead, waits for the support flash. But now he's shown his cards, has to kind of fall away from this. Knows that the peek will come through and he'll be pre-fired. It doesn't matter how good your reactions are, a pre-fire is always going to be faster. Exact. Oh no, that's a bad time to whiff. On the angle with the AWP as well. Yeah, really expecting a kick to go for the peak, and he does. This is probably game over at this point. Blue Jays don't have any money left in the bank. They have to save these two final rifles. Monte more than likely go for a hunt here as well. Knowing that the round's secured, knowing they'll be on 15 regardless. They don't have a huge amount of money, but they'll have enough to buy into the next. They'll send a couple of guys hunting for these rifles. It's really the difference between having a free round in the next, just up against like pistols and a couple of SMGs, and yeah, actually having sort of something to fight against. Boros. Maybe the one to make first contact. Warrow's here. Molly on Fessa to maybe flush out the car player. I have confirmed that Danny's up close, though. Boros will lose his life. Okay, Danny's doing a fair bit of damage now. Now there's a question mark on whether they actually commit to this. There it is. Okay, they take 3 casualties, which, yeah, isn't ideal. But, 15-8. Seven chances to close this one out. 7 map points on their opponent's map pick as the statistical underdogs in this series, which, yeah, is a lot to take in, really. 2 Desert Eagles and a Scout in play. Potentially a sufficient buy, a chance to maybe cause a bit of an upset. Early damage dealt. Monte stacked up with the bomb over towards the B tunnels. Oh, big opening kill from Warrow. Still just holding mid this late in the round. Gives them a little bit of space as well. Boros going to aggress in. Might not expect Stylies on this hard left position. Doesn't aggress far enough forward to be a problem just yet. Nade comes in. Knows that Kakanito's probably close. He's played that position plenty of times. He walks through the smoke, though. Oh, man, that's one way to throw away a 4v4 as Boros in the chaos will aggress further forward. And that's got to be it. Kicksan left in the 1-on-4. Only a Deagle. No chance to retrieve any of those rifles just yet. And stuck on the A site. Bomb on Demq. Needs to be careful, because if he aggresses into B by himself, there's, of course, a chance. I mean, we know that there's not the chance for him to die here, but he doesn't know that. The last man could be on B. They haven't seen Kicksan at all this round. But here it is. Feels like Kickstand just sort of delaying the inevitable, staying alive here. Will eventually go for the rotation, but surely realizes there's no chance in this one. He can go and retrieve Kakanito's rifle. Then maybe there's a window of opportunity, but it's not going to come through. Red Star will take him out with a clean headshot. 16-8. To be honest, a very one-sided scoreline. Could have been more so. I really do feel like there were maybe 4 or 5 rounds in that map where Monte made some mistakes, could have closed out a few of those extra ones and would have made it like a 16-3, a 16-2. Really felt like they were super, super dominant on that T side, and they could have just done it with a flawless fashion. I don't know. Either way, 16-8, really, really one-sided stuff. We're going to be going to a 10-minute break. When we return, we'll be into the second map of this series. It's Mirage, and it's one that you don't want to be missing. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back into the action very, very shortly.
Hey buddy, let me show you how to fix that. Bitskins.com. Buy and sell skins instantly. Deposit and withdraw funds instantly with crypto or directly to your Visa card. Bitskins.com. The best skin marketplace.
Win up to $1 million with your CSGO esports predictions. Simply guess the kill scores of the 10 players in a CSGO match. The more you guess correctly, the bigger the prize. You'll need at least 2 correct predictions to win a prize. Guess all 10 correct and win $1 million. Experience the exciting new way to add a little prosperity when watching esports tournaments. And register now to receive a free entry ticket upon sign-up. Predict kills, win millions, prosper.
The hunger for glory feeds the desire, the courage to look for a challenge, to feed your ambitions. To reach for greatness. To become the champion of champions.
Welcome back, everybody. We saw a bit of a bizarre first map, if I'm perfectly honest. Blue Jays just not really showing up to Just 2. We saw a little bit of a breath of life on their second half when they moved over to their T side. They took a few rounds off of some of their opponents' mistakes, but yeah, when they moved over to their CT side. But yeah, we didn't really see all too much more. We're going to jump into the second map now. Mirage. It's Monte's map pick, and it's a chance for them to close this one out 2-0. We'll see how things go, though. Of course, as I said before, the last time Blue Jays played this map against Monte, just 5 weeks ago, they gave us the same scoreline, 16-8, but in their favour. It is a map that they play. It's a map that they're confident on. It's a map that, yeah, Monte have to kind of really bring the heat on. A quick technical before we get into this one, but already been resolved. We're going to be right into the action very, very soon. Here we go. Round number 1. Underway, the pistol round to get things rolling. Drawley's on Kicksan. Oh. I'm spotting here with a smoke as well, so ready to deploy it as soon as he takes some contact. Just into window. Good bit of control gained here from Monte as soon as that contact's made as well. There we go. By a bit of space, but the bomb now been dropped. Fesser's already committed to this. Has to take the fights and win them. And there it is. First one goes his way. Trades are there. Bomb been retrieved. And okay. All right. Crisis averted. Demq's able to fall back. At least for now, carried across into the next. And work their way back round to A. You see how much space Red Star's taken. A good opportunity here. As long as Demq doesn't get taken out for the man in CT. Danny's still lingering. All really comes down to timing. They're not really playing for the control here at all. I mean, he's just playing it really deep, ready to deny the plant. Of course, Red Star's going to come and support. He's not even ready to deny the plant, right? Red Star's just here. There we go. Plant's going to go down. They'll play for the retake. There's no kit. And with Red Star finding that headshot, things get a little bit complicated because now they know where the final members are coming from. Red Star's been dinked down to 1 HP. That's so unfortunate for Stylies, who could have really benefited from finding that kill. Flash comes over. They're going to try and peek into this. Oh, there we go. I'm back. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I had some proper technical issues. Couldn't actually see what was going on at all. But I'm back. And here we go. Bomb down again. Blue Jays did actually manage to get that retake done. And they're going to be able to get it done here as well. Monte, Force Spy doesn't quite swing their way. Of course, they get another bomb plant. So even a chance here to have another crack at this, maybe. I mean, that would be a little bit insane, but... 2-0. There it is, another Force Spy. 4 Galils and an SG. Hardly any util. A couple of smokes, couple of flashes. Or in fact, 4 flashes. So, but yeah, I mean, this is kind of bonkers. 2 rounds on the trot, saying, "Yep, we're going to buy into this. We're going to have another crack. We've had a couple of close rounds. We've got the bomb planted. We just haven't been able to hold on to it. But we're not going to let up. We're not going to give you a freebie. We're going to keep applying the pressure. And here it is again. Man advantage. A bomb site taken. They've really found the Achilles heel here of the Blue Jays defense. The problem is that Blue Jays have just been playing this retake setup on A. This round, they did go a little more aggressive. It's cost them those early duels. And yeah, looks like it might actually cost them the round ultimately. Kicksound saving already. Doesn't really want much more to do with this one. So there we go. Kicksound. Oh, knife kill maybe. Oh no. Oh no. There was another man underpass. Why was there another man underpass? Oh, it's brutal. That is absolutely brutal. Two to 1. Monte, of course, winning that last round, but I think, yeah, the real insult to that one is the fact that they were actually able to stop the saving man as well. So for Blue Jays, really not a lot of cash to come into this one. Remember, they took a lot of casualties in many of those situations. Riley's here with an MP9. Kill from Boros. And yeah, it doesn't really look like we'll see this round go the CT's way. They're looking at the positioning and everything. They're just being completely crunched right now. There's surely no opportunity. Should realistically just breeze into the next aid kit. Here with the Deagle, maybe a chance to do a bit of damage. Fester's found himself a freebie onto Style. He's looking the wrong way. And there it is. Boros putting the final nail in the coffin. Monte making it 2-2. And it, yeah, felt like they had a bit of a rocky start, but they've actually recovered it quite nicely. They found a bomb plant in every single round so far as well. So keeping that cash thriving. They'll be up against an eco here, so a good opportunity to farm some freebies. They won't buy a Mac 10 or anything like that. Of course, they kept everybody alive in that last round, so no need to reinvest. Akanito on the angle. Oh, no. Okay, that was an opportunity for him to find himself a free kill, but wish the headshots. One found regardless. That's on Kicksound, but he's traded out quite quickly. It leaves it all on to Danny. Little opportunity here. Maybe a chance for him to find one. Does spot the bomb. Okay, nice crisp headshot. but Red Star trades it out. So 2 players falling, not too bad. They've still got plenty of money. They didn't get the bomb down in this round, but they didn't really need to. And yeah, 3-2. Monte will take the lead here on their T side of their map pick. They're a map up as well, remember. So yeah, pretty impressive start. Smoke into window. DMQ to swing out. Aidkid wants to get aggressive here. DMQ's read this like a book. Seen him over the top of the smoke. Aidkid able to trade it. Boros definitely just saw that bench player falling back. Surely, there it is. He's fully committed to this fight. Knows that he's here. Darlies does manage to get away with it. He'll regress into the smoke, but Red Star just spamming him right through it. Even finds another how onto Kicksan. Unbelievable. And the Blue Jays buy round slips away quite quickly. Aidkid might even cut his losses here. He's falling away. That information doesn't seem to have been relayed to Danny yet, who's already ventured out of the door. Okay, it's because he's not falling away. Aidkid's actually coming in from short. Trying to get a little bit of a pincer going here, knowing that his position towards the apartment's exposed. Now given away that he's coming from short. Brilliant nade, though, leaves it all onto Waro. But up close with an AWP is where he thrives. Danny with a kit, so he's got a little bit of extra time to work with, but Waro dancing with him. Timing good, but Waro knows exactly where he is, especially when he's spamming through the wall like that. And he'll make it 4-2. Maybe a little close for comfort. Means they have to reinvest, but with players over 5 figures, they'll brush it off. And there it is. Solid, solid stuff. As we see the replays, look at this again from Waro. Very fast shot, very important shot for him to hit. And then just the reads there in that final situation as well. Quite difficult to commit to a very wide swing like that, knowing how exposed you are. But yeah, reads it like a book. Really, really solid. Good kill from Waro again. Of course, only against the pistols, but it's nice to get things rolling. And there are, of course, question marks. I mean, remember, the pistol round came super close. The second round came super close as well. Could have very easily converted those. We could see a 6-0 right now. Since that point, Blue Jays have been a little bit absent here. Cacanito. Oh. He's definitely heard Boris. Just comes down to the timing. There it is. Okay. Commits to the kill. Doesn't go for any crazy knife kills or anything like that. And we'll see him save this AK. It doesn't look like anyone's hunting too hard for him either. There's money here on the T side, but not enough to just be throwing yourself at your opponent for no real reason. Especially when they've got enough money to buy into the next round anyway. So there's literally no need to be kind of, over-investing players into this situation. There we go. Waro having another fantastic game. He was an absolute beast in that first map. And here again, having huge, huge, huge impact. Showing us that he truly is a force to be reckoned with. Aidkid. Good jump across into short, so has a good angle here to work with. Danny over the top. Spams some shots through this smoke. Actually finds himself 2 off of the back of it. Absolutely perfect. Now, on the back foot, having to try and trade this one out. They do so. A 5v3. Danny's heroics gone. As it's recovered, an even situation. Bomb site obtained. C4 should be able to go down. The issue is it's out in the open. Kicksan from short takes one onto Boros, but instantly traded by Red Star. 2v2 situation again. Fessa going to go back for that bomb, with the player on the ticket booth. They've surely got a sight line on it when it comes down to timing. And Fesser's tracking there is unreal. While he's falling, hits the spray. Last man jumping across. Red Star tacked up a little by that. Nade doesn't do too much damage. That headshot will, though. Styly's swinging wide. And my goodness, all right. Nice little bite back there from the Blue Jays. I'm a big fan. I've actually got Blue Jays stickers for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I do. I got them at some event or something. And I've got like a big old box behind me with all my esports stuff. Yeah, I've got like Blue Jays stickers for some reason. Quick timeout. Looks like it's a technical, so might be a minute or two before we get back into this one. Always funny when you see a technical pause after like a frustrating 1v1 loss. Tech for production. Oh, okay, so it's for production. It's not for us. Okay, no problems. Yeah, I was going to say it's always a question mark, you know, when there's a pause, tech pause after a round like this, and you wonder, like, has he got frustrated and broken something, spilt something? I don't know. Anyway, it's not the case. Production timeout. We did see that Big Skins banner flash up. Blink and you miss it. It's really quick. But yeah, they're our partners for the event. They've got peer-to-peer trading live. So if you do want to check out that banner down below, or head over to ccttalk.gg/P2P, then you can trade with real people. It's a brilliant place to buy, sell, or trade skins. And as I say, they're our trusted partners for the event. A flashy new website. I could talk about stream cards as well. Stream cards. I think I mentioned them at the start of the series. I think I'm supposed to mention them at the start of the map. But you can play along, folks, on the right-hand side of your screen. Yeah, you click on it. I think you just like sort of sign in through Twitch, and then you can play along with other people. There'll be 2 or 3 of you in a game, and whilst the game's unfolding, you select cards, choose what you think's going to happen, kind of thing. You make predictions, and if you're correct, then you get points, and those points go into leaderboards and things like that. All sorts of fun stuff. Okay, we have no ETA on the problem, and I'm not actually sure what the problem is itself. So I'm going to jump to a quick break. We'll be back as soon as it's resolved. So 1, 2, maybe 3 minutes. It really won't be long, though, so don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back into the action as soon as we can. Be right back. Welcome back, everybody. Technical pause concluded. 5-3, the scoreline sits. It's been a bit of a bizarre one so far, as I say. Yeah, Monte getting off to a bit of a rocky start, continuing to force by until they finally got themselves over the edge, over the finish line. Now they've got a decent amount of cash behind them, losing that last, but Warrow bites back, says, yeah, you're not going to break me down until I can't afford an AWP. I'm going to make sure I close this one out, keep the money thriving, keep the rounds coming. Big double kill with the AWP to find early. Monte will start to aggress their way out of the ramp. With a two-man advantage, surely not a lot that can go wrong here as long as you just play your cards right. Play the trading game together. Don't allow them to isolate these fights. Stylies has done exactly that. He's found himself one completely untraded. Egg gets done the same. This is how things go wrong. Can't let it happen like this. MQ out in the open. Boros trying to kind of lurk in to find himself some sort of opening. Demq's actually planting. Exposed, but not exposed from short. Not quite going far enough forward. So, yeah, it's actually a really smart plant position. Nade will come over. Does it finish him off? Yes, it does. Boros, though, catching the man out in the rotation. 2v2. Really, really doable here. Head spotted as well. Does Boros the aid? He does. But he's able to swing out and find the headshot regardless. Leaves it all down to Kickstand. Heroics almost brought it back, but it's not going to happen. And yeah, I mean, as I say, in the 5v3, it feels very unlosable unless they take those individual fights. That's exactly what they do. They take those individual fights. They almost end up letting it slip. But here we go. 6-3. Monte, again, back in the driver's seat. Not a lot to work with here, but with the loss bonus, Blue Jays will buy up some pistols and whatnot, buy down to that sort of 1,500 to 2k mark. They'll have enough cash to buy into the next. Nice early shot from Warrow. Again, this guy's just been unstoppable here on Mirage. He's sitting 13-4 already. As I say, there really is just no stopping him. Every single round, he's finding these brilliant entries. Better. Oh, it was Kakanito with a big kill, but yeah, traded right back out. I think that's probably going to be the only one we see this round as well. Bit of a shame. Diley's left in the 1v4 with the MP9. Does spot ahead, should be able to get himself a 3v kill, but yeah, instantly traded. I think he thought there was an opportunity there for him to go and grab an AK, but that, of course, is not going to be the case. So, going into the next. 7-3, scoreline still looking super solid. Rifles out for both sides. Remember, this is Monte's map pick. They're a map up in the series. It was 16-8 on Dust 2. Kit takes a tag of damage. In fact, a hell of a lot of damage. Does find one onto Red Star before he drops, though. Warrow instantly trades it. A shame that kill couldn't come through a second earlier. Could have saved his teammate. 4v4. Then waiting for the jump up. Not going to come his way just yet. Kakanito. Bit of space with that lower con smoke in place, but kind of does need to retreat before it fades. Otherwise, he's a little bit exposed. So that'll be his final peak that he goes for. Maybe one more. Yeah, there it is as it's fading. Still just jiggling this, but of course can't be committed to the angle as he was before. Potential that they peek from Khan, there's potential they peek from short. He's off the angle though. Kicksan having to support. Demq looking the wrong way. Oh, it's perfect. The pincer, the crossfire, the 1-2 sucker punch, whatever you want to call it, from short and top Con. It's unstoppable. Kakanito eventually traded, but Danny's there to take care of Boros. And Waro left in the 3-on-1. To be honest, if there's any man I'd want in this situation, it would be Waro 2K right now. This man is on fire. But still, a very, very unlikely clutch for him to convert. You can see Danny fully aware that they've lost the jungle control. Waro could be aggressing up and not checking his backside. It's going to cost him his life. 7-4. Blue Jays back in the picture. Monte still plenty of cash to go for another buy here, but will more than likely be their last buy unless they find like 4 kills and a bomb plant or something in this round. I think this will be the last buy. If they lose it, then yeah, they'll have to drop down to an eco. A good chance for Blue Jays to close up this scoreline. Bring things a little closer, perhaps. Kit. AWP. Oh, playing a dangerous game. Okay, he's got Kakanito support. It's important. As soon as he goes for that early pick, trying to retreat, so dangerous. But yeah, when you've got a man with you, can cover that push. Absolutely perfect. Man advantage going Blue Jays' way. A very, very important sign. Waro. Desperate to find something, and his opponents just aren't giving him an inch. They're playing very, very disciplined right now. Of course, they know they've got this man advantage. They know they don't have to over-aggress. They can just chill here. Fortify on the bomb sites. That's exactly what they're doing. They're even playing kind of retake setup here on 8. Not allowing anyone to kind of get stuck in the mud here on the site or close ramp on a palace, anything like that. Oh, that's perfect. Kakanito, big double kill. Red Star able to trade it, but Danny right back. And well, for Demq, left in the 1-on-4. Won't have much more to say about that one. 7-5, Monte. Are letting this one slip a bit. And as I said before, with nothing really coming into that round for them, they haven't got a lot of money at all. We'll see an eco here. Bear in mind they're on the $2,400 loss bonus. Okay, no, Demq's bought a hero AK. So, an eco, but with a Demq hero AK? Alright. Not massively opposed to it. I'm a little bit, but see what he can do with it. 7-5. As I say, a good half of them already, to be perfectly honest, on the T side. I'm expecting them to take 1 or 2 more here too, but I am pleased to see Blue Jays sort of come into life a little bit. It did look like they were struggling in the previous rounds. But Waro was just having as much impact as he was, playing against such a versatile AWPer that is just everywhere, right? How the hell do you play against that when you're playing against an AWP that is literally everywhere? He seems to have slowed down a little bit. Now, of course, doesn't have that AWP in hand. Boris taking a lot of damage from these early nades. Boost over from Demq to try and get a deeper sight line over towards the triple box and CT. Boris actually been tossed that AK as well. In fact, no, Demq's dying. He's picked it up, but still no Kevlar, so not going to be able to hold on to that for too long. Ties to the AWP anyway, to be fair, so it doesn't actually make any difference to him, but 30 seconds on this clock. Monte do not want to be dying after time, so this is where they pull the trigger onto the A site. Try and get this one done. Head spotted. Aid kit does find himself one. Waro fights back and takes out Danny. But that will be all as we go into round number 14. Blue Jays with enough money to buy into this one and probably the next as well. So they're pretty kitted out for the half. They're looking good. Looking very good. 7-6. I mean, they're coming back into this one nicely. A full buy again. Aid kit without AWP. It's a luxury that Waro can't afford. He's not going to be able to bring it into this one at all. Kakanito, big opening headshot onto Boros. Aid Kid aggressing forward. Will spot one. Demq gone. Morrow will continue to press. I think he did see one over towards triple there. Knows he can't stick around and take the fight. There's so much potential for someone to come up from short to cause complications. Has to just back off there. Arguably a bit of a shame, though. From Kakanito. Things all wrapped up 7-7. Scoreline tied going into the final round of the half. We are not going to see a whole lot of cash here for Monte. So, yeah, I mean, what? The most they can pull out, some Galils here. Warrow could maybe justify going onto the AK to have a little bit of an advantage. There it is. AK Kevlar, nothing else. No utility available unless he wants a decoy. That'll be that. Good kill from Warrow. Good time for it as well. I mean, it's going to be an 8-7 half regardless, but swinging it your way definitely gives a little bit of an advantage, especially if you can take the pistol round in the next. Oh, that's good from Red Star. A little bit messy, but does find the kill before he's traded. Catches out that rotation, confirms there's still one more on the B-bomb site as well, so there has to only be two here toward A. Last rotation coming in. Warrow tagged up low. This is actually looking a little bit scary here for the T side because they're committed to this A site. They've got two players here stuck on Tetris. One in Palace trying to support, but under heavy fire, so can't really stick around for too much longer. Warp will jump up. No damage dealt. Not just yet. The bomb has managed to slip away. Kakanito here in top mid will hear these steps. Be able to catch him off. No, okay, Warrow. One man with a decent bit of health behind him and a rifle in hand is the man to take contact. Demq. That Gallo. Oh my goodness, off of the back of that. That's perfect. Through the chaos, Fesser's able to slip out. Aid kit not ready. And off of taking that contact in mid, instead of committing to B, after drawing that rotation over, they'll head back towards the A site. Stylies with a clutch potential. One bullet into Warrow finishes him off. Would have done the same to Fesser, but it's not going to happen. Taken out by the AWP. 8-7 half from Monte. Contentious stuff. We're going to be going to a short 90-second break. And when we return, we'll be back with the second half, folks. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. Second half underway. Monte on their CT side, statistically, slightly better, but to be honest, the momentum wasn't really going their way at the end of that first one. So it'll be interesting to see what they come into this one with. Blue Jays, super aggressive into middle. Looking for that control towards the B apartments as well, but Warrow just shuts down that lurk straight away. The pints are gone. And off of that contact, they're going to fly right into B. This is actually a really interesting set. I really like this from the CT side. Works very, very nicely. Warrow joins the party. Fashionably late, but 3 kills found. And look at that. I mean, 9-7. We always kind of see Europa super crisp in the pistol rounds. And yeah, I'm kind of not surprised. Warrow, just such a beast. And there it is. 9-7. Rifles come out as well. Monte not really taking any chances, even though they didn't give up a bomb plant or anything in that round. In fact, they didn't really give up all too much at all. Yeah, they come into this one with full force. Three M4s, a FAMAS and MP9 up against this full eco. Blue Jays is going to throw themselves at the B bomb site, see what they can do with it. Spouting through the wall, does find that first. Okay, they do take a fair bit of damage. They need to make sure they don't give up a bomb plant here. All right. Crisis averted. Warrow's crisp with the pistol, so there's no problem at all. And there it is, 10-7. Solid round. We will see a buy here from the T side. No AWP, and to be honest, picking in a couple of areas, mainly in that offensive utility department, right? They've got 1 Molotov, no HEs. So, okay, HE grenades are kind of always the ones that go first, right, in these kind of scenarios. When you don't have tons of util, they're the ones you shrug off. They're the ones you say, okay, yeah, no, we don't need the HEs, but Molotovs are very, very important on a T side. That's the first and only one deployed. Big opening from Stylies. Going south really, really quickly. Monte just letting this one slip completely. Warrow back in retort. Takes one his way. Bomb starting to rotate back round to the A site. So this is where things could get messy. A 4 versus 2. If Warrow finds himself one more here. Oh my goodness. What is that kid doing? He's playing such a dangerous role here. If he decides to aggress further, yeah, he starts to back off. He says, what am I doing? I've got the bomb. Maybe didn't even realize he had the C4. Monte's still fighting for this. There's kind of no point in them falling away and saving. Just force them into a force in the next instead. On the angle, waiting for Kakanito to try and work his way around. Instead, he's going to stay patient. Knowing the bomb's working its way around to B. Doesn't need to aggress. Doesn't need to take this fight. Monte, I think now will make the save call if they've guessed incorrectly here. Unless they find this kill fast onto Kakanito. But I don't think that'll be the case. They kind of know that he's around here towards jungle somewhere. But whether or not he's up on the box to their right or lingering elsewhere. Don't want to get timing, trying to hard peek it. Certainly doesn't want to lose the fight either. So yeah, both these rifles will just save, stay alive here. Allow Blue Jays onto 8, but Monte's still in control. They've still got the lead. They'll still have money going into the next as well. There won't be a huge amount of cash. They've got no loss bonus, but with 2 players staying alive, they'll be able to drop over a couple of FAMASs, and I reckon we'll probably see a buy in the next. Oh no, Red Star's taking contact. He's in trouble. They're pressuring him down. Danny and Stylies are low on health. Warrow's managed to find one, trying to support. Kakanito's going to be the first point of entry, though. And wow, okay. Hunting those 2 rifles. They actually only take 1 casualty. Upgrade into the AKs as well. Not bad at all. Blue Jays, everything to work with for Monte. Not saving those rifles means there's no way in hell they go for a buy here. Maybe a couple of pistols come out. Maybe a couple of HEs or something for an aid stack. But I think that's the absolute maximum we'll see. There it is. 3 grenades. Where are they going to deploy them? Mid? All right. Yeah, go for the mid push. I like it. No one's there, but I like the initiative regardless. Bosh, bosh. Where's the third one? Besser's not deployed it. They've taken no contact. Off the back of it, though, they are actually just going to completely rotate round to A. So a chance for them to do some damage here, as that is where the execute comes through. Demq hits the dink, taken out by the MAC-10, though. Kind of the only weapon that you don't want to die to in this scenario. Feeding the money to your opponents. Good HG, only does a little bit of damage. Spams through the smoke, do more, though. Fesser's dropped the bomb. Big headshot. Full blind. Spamming through the clouds. Minute 10 on this timer. Still holding into Palace. Definitely spotted someone. Wants to wait until he lines up the head before he actually rattles off the shots. And okay, 8 get quicker to the trigger. And of course, with the AK, always going to have the advantage in those situations. Nice headshot from Waro, though. And this has been really good damage. Considering this is a full eco, this has been good damage. Kixan does eventually take out Waro 2K, and Fesser won't be alive much longer either. Spams through the box, actually come painfully close, but no kills found. And 10-9, scoreline really, really closing up again. Monte seemed to be good in the early game, but as soon as those rifles come back out, I think they sort of still play these rounds as if they're up against pistols, and sometimes get a little over aggro, force those fights a little too early. Of course, that round there, they didn't do anything wrong. They're just on pistols and things like that. But definitely been a theme throughout this series so far. Rifles here again. 5 M4s here for Monte. No AWP available. Blue Jays playing a bit of a slower approach. Last round, knowing that they were going to be up against a really weak buy, at the most, to be honest. Took a step back. They said, okay, well, we'll actually come into this from just a full A execution. We don't need to kind of give them any opportunity to find anything in this sort of situation. So, reel it in a tad. But here, just a slow default. Everybody spread around for that map control. Prioritizing mid here as well. Something that you'd expect. For the big kill. Oh, if he finds the double, things get interesting. Can't, though. Doesn't convert it. Kixan finds the trade. Another 4v2. I think we'll see another save call here from Monte. This game's just been, yeah, slow. I never like to use the word boring when it comes to Counter-Strike games, but yeah, Blue Jays' approach to these matches is just, especially on their T side, just very, very slow. Kind of find those opening fights after a minute. Not really bringing a whole lot more into this. We'll see the scoreline tie up 10-10. Red Star left in the 4 versus 1. Of course, just saving. Nothing he can really bring into this round. He'll be very grateful if they let him save this M4 into the next. They've got no money at all, but there's not a chance in hell they will. Kixan's going to spot the barrel. Could even go for a knife kill here. No. Knows that he's got his back to the wall, so too risky. Goes for the headshot instead. 10-10. Blue Jays tying up this scoreline. This is their opponent's map pick. They're looking rock solid here on their T side, at least with the guns. They will be able to take the lead here as well. Monte can't bring anything into this round, so it's going to have to be another eco. Remember that BitSkins banner popping up again, folks. Talked about it earlier. Click that banner down below. Head over to ccttort.gg/p2p if you want to buy, sell, or trade skins. BitSkins the place to do so. Our trusted partners here for the event. Peer-to-peer trading. Cool feature that not too many places offer. Not as big, not as trusted as BitSkins. Big opening headshot from Boros. So through the edge of that smoke. Aid kit gone. The headshot found. Waro. Oh, that wasn't a smoke. That was over towards ramp. What was it? I'm so confused. Yeah, it was over towards ramp. All right. I saw him playing window, and I was like, where's he actually found that headshot? Still here in window. It's AWP gone though, and no one else seeming confident to pick it up. Demq super aggressive in Palace. Danny aware. Is he going to run backwards the whole way though? Okay, there we go. Contact's made as he starts to step. Demq hoping he's looking the other way. Might have sped bomb there. It does give them a little bit of info. I think it was actually tucked down, so maybe not. But either way, they've gone for a full stack towards this this B bomb site off the initial contact on A, and the fact that Demq's got super aggressive and seen one running back. They know this is going to be a B hit. Demq's going to stick around. The other four stacked up, hoping that the numbers will swing things their way. Waro on the angle with the deagle. Things have gone quiet. Don't start to rotate. They're all there. They're about to pull the trigger on the execution. And Boros works his way back, thinking, things have got a bit quiet. Maybe they have gone elsewhere. Waro about to make the contact, needs to hit the headshot. No, he doesn't. Takes a lot of damage, tucks himself behind the bench, knows he's vulnerable. And there's the shots right through it. Kakanito to take another. Low on health, but it doesn't matter. Styles finds Boros, and Demq left in the 4-on-1. Nothing to lose and a little bit to gain, but with a couple of players low, he might throw himself at this one with the P250. Guess we'll see. There it is. All right, Kakanito. Exiting by himself with the lowest HP seemed foolish. He's given away an AK. To a team that have got money to buy in the next as well, it means it will be accompanied by some stronger rifles, and it actually gives Demq a chance as well with the most money on the team to drop an AWP over to Waro. I think that was probably the plan anyway. But yeah, it gives him more than enough cash to drop an AWP, buy himself Kevlar, buy himself Util. So yeah, happy days that he's been able to save that AK-47. Waro's unreal here. Like, it's not even like he's had any like crazy clutch rounds or anything like that necessarily. He's just 29-13 consistently. Every time he's got an AWP in hand, he's finding these opening picks. He's been so impactful here on Mirage. And I think sometimes Mirage is really an AWPer's playground, right? I mean, I don't want to say I love Mirage, because as a map, I actually think it's sort of very stale. But I always do really well in pugs on Mirage. So I always love to pick into Mirage as an AWPer. I just think that it's really tailored for a sniper on this map. And means that a player like Waro, who is like a really aggressive AWPer, can just kind of play around at his playground and can do whatever he wants. Nice openings. And there it is. Besser. Going big with a 3K. Boros is there, and there's not even anything flashy about it. It's just a hit completely stopped. No chance. 11-11. Waro, 29 kills. 29. Almost double anyone else on the server. It's pretty much double anyone else on his team. But they've got a 6th man on the server right now. The impact that he's having. Money again here for the Blue Jays, and they will actually have enough cash in the next as well if they do lose this round too. So they have got a bit of a luxury of being able to have a couple of cracks at this. But of course, late game, really important that you do try and make something happen here. Boros with a big headshot. You can't just live on the edge of, oh, we've got enough money to continue to buy. It's very important to be stringing these rounds together. That's it. Does he hear a get jumping there? I'm not sure. I don't think he was making noise because he was kind of doing the bug where you hit your head on the wall before, so shouldn't have made that sound. I'm not too sure. Go from Red Star. That's actually pretty perfect, to be honest. So finds himself one more. Trades are there. Danny will be able to get this bomb planted, but I don't think we'll see too much more from this, to be perfectly honest. Stylies in the apartments might be able to catch out. Boros certainly does. Boros was not expecting to have to take a fight that quickly. As this bomb starts to beep, it actually really becomes doable here. Blue Jays have put themselves in a very, very favorable situation because there is not a lot of time left on this. And at this point, Monte realize, oh my goodness, they're going to fall away and go for the save. This is ridiculous. That is not a round they should be losing. They're not even able to save the weapons. That was a 4v2, and I think they played it a little too comfortable. Everybody dies to the bomb in the end, but that is not a round Blue Jays should be winning. A 4 versus 2. Monte, as I say, just felt like they were kind of going into that one, I don't know, just not with their head screwed on. Boros on the flank so much earlier than his teammates were ready, dies, and yeah, it just felt like really, really half-assed until they realized, oh my god, we've wasted a lot of time here. We actually don't have time to get into this site. And then they call it off, but they're kind of already committed. That is a horrible round to lose, and if they lose this one right here, I think it could be map over. Blue Jays on the cusp of 13, and of course they'd be able to take a 14th off the back of it. Mid-pressure applied again. Red Star swings wide, needs to win this fight. Oh, it's a horrible whiff. Oh, man, perhaps frustration from the last. Boros bites right back. Fester with another. As DemQ falls, Boros can swing around and stop this aggression for now out towards A. Kicksound's taking the site, though, so the C4 is going to work its way over. But again, they're kind of back in this situation where the bomb's been left behind, and it definitely causes them problems. Waro isolating the kill onto the site as well means that Stylies, they should be anticipating him running around late, and there it is. Yeah, Waro spots him, finds the headshot, 12-12. Monte bite right back. I do feel like they've been the better team today, 100%. But there's been so many situations where, yeah, little mistakes have been made, little over peaks and things like that have come through. And, yeah. Wild stuff. A full eco here from Blue Jays. This is almost heartbreaking. It's been such a close game. But with both teams kind of on the cusp of economic reset, this is what happens when one of them loses a round. It's just going to be a complete shutdown. These Glocks, no way in, of course. As Fassa finds himself another. Stylies looking to maybe find himself one more kill. That would be a nice little jackpot. A bomb plant would be insane, but there's no way he'll get away with that one. Fessa, you spotted him, my friend. Hello? There he is. You've seen him again. All right. That was awkward. Could have been a chance for Stylies to find another. That won't be the case. 13-12. Monte back in the lead, back in the driver's seat. Had they have found that retake, we could have been... well, we could have been 14-11 right now, and possibly even further, as the money on the T side wouldn't be as strong. But a bit tactical pause here for Blue Jays, talking about what they go for in this one. Because the thing is without the loss bonus, and this is where it's just sort of so brutal, without the loss bonus, they've got money, right? But it's not really enough to go for a proper buy. They're kind of in this situation where, yeah, they're stuck with Galils, they're stuck with a couple of AKs. Galils if they want to pull out the util, AKs if they don't care about the util, but definitely no AWP. So yeah, this is far from a really, really solid buy, and that's the problem here, I really feel. Kind of being in this position where they have to win this round. They have to fight in this scenario. If they lose it, they've only got a $2,400 loss bonus. They've got no money. Monte will be able to push themselves onto map point. Blue Jays will be playing for overtime at that point, right? They really do not have the tools to work with here, and they need to call something on the fly. They need to change things up. They can't just go for a default with this kind of weaponry. It's just not going to work for them. This needs to be the switch up, as I said before. We see it come out. Bit of a stack over towards the B apartments. Chance for an execute. Not a huge amount of utility, but definitely enough to get them onto the B site. And a couple of mollies to keep the retake away as well. Red Star spamming away. Won't connect anything just yet. Little does he know they are there. Just playing a little bit deeper. A couple towards underpass as well. Making sure no fast flanks are in play. You know what Boros has been like throughout this series so far. More so on Dust 2. I think it's a lot easier on Dust 2 to kind of wriggle your way into enemy lines. Get up behind your opponents. But Red Star, oh my goodness. So aggressive. Should have been a free kill. Danny Catches him out. Warrow. Oh no, the flash, it's perfect. Warrow will fall. Demq. Oh man, how is this going so south? Boros should be able to take this one. He whiffs as well. That is ridiculous. What an absolutely wild round. That is unreal. Round that, frankly, there was just no business in winning. And they absolutely steal it away. That is ridiculous. Unbelievable scenes going into round number 26. 13-13, the scoreline currently sits. There is not money here for an AWP on Warrow unless he goes for a glass cannon. He's got just about enough. And to be honest, I'd see the 4750 as a sign from the Counter-Strike gods to go for it. There it is. He's definitely slowed down a little bit. Remember, we saw him on 29 kills a little while ago. The last couple of rounds, he's really been caught out with that AWP. But yeah, glass cannon. As I say, it's got to be a sign. When you're on 4750, a time like this, your primary AWPer, you've been on fire. Lines up the molly. We'll deploy it in. Gasanito extinguishes it straight away, but it's $300 and a smoke grenade that they're forced him to waste. Well, it's not wasted. It's important that he deploys it, but, you know, one less that they have to use. Nade will go into under. Oh, he bounces off the wall. Shouldn't do... Oh, it does do damage. Wow. Timing's perfect. Kixan actually walks out as it's going to land on him. Casanito swings in from short, though. The distraction. Boros is ready to take the close angle fight, and Casanito knows it with the nade being deployed. Confirms that there's one in the window. Red Star has to win this fight. Does so. Gets a freebie as the opponent's back's turned. Fessa needs to go huge. The star on this side shines. 2 big headshots. If he falls there without contention, then it's round over. But a 2v2 opportunity here for Red Star and Demq. They seem a little bit slow to go for it, but they have to. This is a retake that they have to throw themselves at. Even though it seems kind of crazy, because if they lose it, then they are in serious trouble. If they win it, and it's happy days. Pete comes through, though. They're looking the wrong way. Kixan will line them up. Oh, man, you can't be playing it like that. That is rough. 14-13. Kixan can't get to the AWP in time, but that's fine. They'll brush it off. They got enough money to buy one if they want it. Is Aid Kit going to invest? Been a bit slow with it. There we go. No, instead goes for the full rifle setup. You know they're probably going to be against an eco here, and that likelihood, that scenario that I ran us through earlier of Monte putting themselves onto map point and BLUEJAYS playing for the overtime. That was when BLUEJAYS went for that force buy. It actually wasn't too long ago that we saw them in a position where they were really on the cusp of losing. And all they had to work with was like a Mac 10 and some Galils and things like that. Got Consmoke blocks. There's a nice gap in it, but Kixan's able to respond regardless. Monte not able to bring too much into this. Fessa with a deagle, always going to be dangerous, but surely not going to be 5 kills for him. Spots the leg, spams away, a little bit of damage onto Kixan, who's already tagged up, but he's going to finish things off. And for Red Star left in the 1-on-4, only a USP. Kixan in from behind. He'll upgrade to the deagle as well. 15-13, 2 rounds in a row Monte needs to try and take this one to overtime and swing things their way. But Kixan coming to life a little bit, joining Danny in the top ranks, top of the scoreboard. 23 kills and a 4K in the last to get him there. As I said before, Warrow definitely slowed down a bit too. Obviously, you can't put any blame on him. He's been absolutely incredible throughout this map so far. But yeah, definitely a lot to be said for the fact that he was having like crazy impact earlier, and now in the big rounds where it really does count, he slowed down a lot, and that really does look like it's causing them some problems. Big kill from Aid Kit. With another through the wall as well. Blue Jays, this could be their chance to close this out. This could be where it all ends. Such an important one with the bomb down and a man advantage. Retake has to come in here for Monte. No chance to save, no chance to half-ass it. Otherwise, they'll be staring right down the barrel of a third map, and these two teams will have taken each other's picks, which is kind of crazy. Stylies finds that first. Crunch into the man towards jungle, but still a man disadvantage. And now time pressure, even more of a problem. There's no kits on these remaining two players. They need to get a move on. Smoke into Palace. Flash out. Warrow spamming away, but it's wasting valuable time. Stylies able to find one more. Trades back from Warrow. But surely this is it. Surely this is where it ends. There it is. Warrow. Heroics on the damage, but that's all we'll see. And just like that, 16-13, Blue Jays take the second map. And my goodness, that's Monte's map pick as well. Really, really solid stuff. We're going to be jumping to a third, folks. After a short 10-minute break, we'll be back with more action. But I just can't believe that they clawed that one back. That was looking dire for Blue Jays. And in the moments where they had to shine, they did so. And they came to life. I'm excited to see if they can carry that momentum across into the third and final of Ancient. So don't go anywhere, because we'll be back very, very shortly.
of a cliff. Realize there must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand from heaven's end. With me tonight, I run away. We'll never forget the past, but what counts is our brand new start. Even if it hurts me or I get scared, just come take this risk now. We'll be prepared. I run away. I run away. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Keep your secrets there, keep them everywhere. Just you and I run away. I run away.
There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits. You can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again.
Rifles out, 3 AKs, 2 Mac 10s. On the other side, just pistols. Akanito works his way forward. USP taps away for a head. Fesser and Warrow bite right back, and okay, there it is. Things start to get a little interesting for like a second or two, right? When there's an opportunity. At the USPs, you see this window, you think, okay, well, if he converts this headshot, then maybe they follow up with another. Things start to get interesting, but 2-0, Monte. Looking pretty solid. They will be up against a full buy here, but no AWP available. It will just be rifles versus rifles. No major bonuses coming into play either. 1 Mac 10, but the rest on the AKs. So I think the one man that dropped in the last was the Galil player. They can sort of shrug it off a little bit. Rifles again. Stylies with a big headshot, but the Mac 10 trading back. And to be honest, Mac 10 for an M4 is going to be a trade they'll take all day long. 3v3. HP on Stylies. Oh, Warrow taken out. It's perfect. Fessa starts to aggress. Danny on the flank. Oh, it's absolutely perfect. Red Star left in the 1-on-3. Minute on this clock. And yeah, as I said before, I mean, this is going to be the round that they're challenged, right? Off of the back of the pistol, they took a freebie. It was a full eco, so wasn't a lot to really come into it for the Blue Jays side. Red Star, definitely a doable clutch. Issue is he's lost the control of the bomb. I spot the first head, though. That's crisp. A nice way to start it off. Smoke will go down. Gives him a bit of space. Danny's going to spam right through it, though. And you just kind of got to cross your fingers when you deploy that smoke that they don't go for the spam. If they do, you're in trouble. Trouble certainly comes his way. 2-1. Blue Jays back in the picture for Monte. Enough to go for a buy. Warrior's got himself an AWP. Means that Red Star is only down to a Deagle, though, which isn't ideal. Far from it, in fact. Big opening kill from Boros. Time for it as well. Deagle clattering away. Red Star definitely been heard here. He peeks around. Okay. We'll do the damage onto Kakanito. Kakanito finds him right back. Warrow scratching his head. How the hell is that shot not connected? That's kind of one of those super frustrating moments where you say, like, what the hell has just happened there? How's he not hit that shot? But there's not a lot you can do about it, to be honest. .4v4 should really be a 4v3. Danny, jump spotting, does see presence towards lower middle, so he'll deploy that flash. Start to work his way back a little bit. Kakanito. With a big kill, though, does bring numbers back their way. There's not a lot of time here either. They need to get this bomb planted. And Danny pincering in from Temple. Yeah, this round's over. That's it. Warrow knows that he can't commit to the plant. He's going to lose his AWP. Sticks around to fight. Misses another shot that doesn't feel like it. It should have missed, you know? That's just a super frustrating round for Warrow. He sat there saying, what the hell? I fired 2 shots this round. Both of them seemed bang on him, and they just don't connect. Sheer frustration, perhaps. But round swings Blue Jays' way regardless. 2-2. And, I mean, again, right? They are in a position where you sort of say, all right, well, they're on the T side here on Ancient. They don't have to kind of be running away and taking the lead early on and things like that. So, not the worst scenario early on. Big kills from the MP9, though. Traded back by the Glocks. One more kill here could be ideal. Especially with Kakanito swapping out to the USP. Takes a dink, but yeah, won't be the frag they're looking for. 3-2. Scoreline goes. Blue Jays will take the lead. Stylies tries to make something happen. Fessa instead hits him right with the headshot. Good nade gets him down low, though. With Stylies getting super aggressive down towards the B ramp, a decent chance he might be able to make something happen. Might cause for concern is that as the smoke starts to fade, Fast is just not ready. 4v4 we go into once again. DemQ, good for one, but instantly traded by Kakanito. Far from ideal here for Monte once again. A 3v3, a doable situation, but one that certainly won't come without complications as Boros creeps his way up. Might actually get the timing here onto Styles. Yeah, Styles is none the wiser. He's deployed a smoke. Boros died in the meantime, but Boros has got a perfect pincer here into his opponent. So there it is. Absolutely flawless. And a 2v2 on the retake. They'll have a crack at it. Aid kit connecting the first with the sniper. A kit here on Kakanito as well, so they have got a bit of time. Red Star has to win this duel, and as he peeks into him, that should be a fight that he's winning, and he just doesn't. Difficult stuff as it swings the way of Blue Jays 4-2. A lot of these rounds coming incredibly close. Rifles out again. AWP here for Blue Jays this time around for Monte. It's AKs. They've got the max loss bonus, so they're, again, kind of having a crack at this with just those rifles. But, yeah, no sniper, not a lot of utility. It is really far from ideal. Another good kill from Kakanito to open up the door. Big early frag to find. 4-2. Bam's away. Almost. DemQ does actually manage to take one. Boros with another, and this round's been flipped on its head. How has this gone so south so quickly? Blue Jays almost making the early save call here. Yeah, Styles not even attempting to rotate. He says, I want nothing more to do with this. And for Kixan, still hoping for some kind of exit. But I don't think you'll see much more action here. He does find himself one. Boros able to trade it right back, so no saving for him. Not going to have a lot of money going into this next, to be honest. I mean, it's important that Styles saves. He can drop over to Kixan, but Kixan saving that rifle would have been far more valuable than the fight that he took there. Yeah, feels like an incredibly dangerous game. 4-3, Blue Jays. Really shouldn't be as close as this, being the CT side of Ancient, being the third map of this series as well. It starts to get scary here when you get to this point in the match. If you're Blue Jays, of course. You start to realize that many a times on Ancient in the past, you're getting off to a much better start here on your CT side. Kakanito with a big kill through the smoke, though. This would be an important one for them to take in terms of keeping their opponent's economy low. Of course, it's not old Counter-Strike anymore. Winning the round in a scenario like this won't completely reset your opponents, but of course, as I say, doesn't do them a lot of favors. Good kill from Kixan. Bessa creeping his way into cave, might be able to catch Kixan as he falls away. Kixan very aware that he could be flanked here, but doesn't win the fight regardless. So creeping up from behind. Okay. Woro expecting it, but not able to hit the shot. Goes for the jump spot. Really bad timing on it. Kakanito will be able to take him out. In the meantime, Fessa has managed to wriggle his way out onto the A site, fires off a couple of shots, the molly there as well. His presence definitely known, but just committing to this plant, saying, I just want the money from this. I'm not even playing for the round at this point. It's a 3v1. I don't expect to win it. Danny running through the flames will be able to take him out, but obviously the goal there was to deny that plant. Secures the round regardless, but yeah, it does mean a little bit of extra money comes Monte's way. It won't be the max loss bonus, so that little bit of extra cash pushes them back into a position where they could go for another buy here, should they choose to. Red Star could drop Warrow and Orp. Everyone else could go for rifles. Is that going to be the case? No, 5 rifle setup instead. One contingency, it's Demq on that Galil. Remember, folks, P2P now live over at BitSkins. If you do want to check it out, there are trusted partners. There's a banner down below. Or you can head to ccttalk.gg/P2P and trade with real people. Akanito. Flash into the cheetah for Kixan. Here with the M4, maybe in a tad of trouble. Minute 15 on this clock. Bomb and the rest of the team starting to wear their way round to this A-bomb site. Of course, Blue Jays quite heavily stacked up here towards middle and B. It's really the way that you play Ancient. B is a massive, massive vulnerability. You can often defend that A site with just one player. One on a fast rotate supporting from mid or donut, and that's normally the strategy. Demq. Working his way up. Man advantage here for the Blue Jays. And he takes another. Now with 30 seconds on this clock, Monte have to put their foot on the gas here. There's really no time to be wasting anything more. Stylies, big kill on the entry. Fessa can't really do anything. Warrior should be able to trade it out, but still a 4v2. C4 still has to be planted, and Warrior's trying to buy a bit of space to do so. Just says to Red Star, you have to commit to this now. We haven't got any more time. The issue is there's a man on the flank. That's it. Kakanito stops the round in its tracks. They want to kill him after time, but it's not going to happen. There it is. Warrow will fall. 6-3. Blue Jays looking a little bit stronger now, a little bit more confident, stringing these rounds together with relative ease. As it really does now feel like we've got a map on our hands. This series, honestly, has been a bizarre one. Just from the map picks and how those maps have played out, Blue Jays picking into Dust 2. They looked terrible on Dust 2. They really brought us nothing there. On their CT side, they were a little bit better, I suppose, but we really didn't see too much presence at all from them, especially on their attack. They were almost just bullied. And going into Mirage, a map that, as I say, Monte got destroyed on 5 weeks ago by Blue Jays. It was 16-8. They pick into it thinking they'd be a little bit more confident this time around, perhaps. Maybe they'd been doing the practice, the preparations, but yeah, they weren't. 16-13, a hell of a lot closer, but still doesn't go their way. Now we end up on Ancient, and as I said in the pre-game, this is kind of a map that both teams play a little bit. It's always one that they're happy to float as a third, but neither massively confident here. That's definitely shining through so far, but playing out as we'd expect, to be honest. 6-3. Neither of these two teams want to be exiting out the tournament at this stage, though. They both want to go into that 2-2 bracket and fight for the playoffs. They have to overcome this first hurdle to get there. This final map. Aid kit on the angle. Oh no, whiffs the shot. The hero AK can't connect the kill, but Boros can with his deagle. The man's so crisp. And you can't count him out of situations like that. Fessa starting to aggress up with Jaguar smoked. That's not called Jaguar, it's called Cheetah. There's a big old cheetah on the wall. Should give it away. Big kills from Kicksan. He's actually found 2 for 1 there. I think he was only aiming at one man, but connected another headshot through the spams. Man advantage their way. Kakanito tagged low. tries to dip into the action. Won't take anything for now. Working their way forward onto the A site. An advantage here for the defense. Make that 2 as Danny finds another. And there we go. He'll just be able to clean house. Red Star knows he needs to find this kill before he can commit to the plant. He uses the bomb to force him out. There it is. Okay. Now he's got space to get this bomb plant. Perhaps. No, with the pressure in from CT. He's done the damage, though. Oh, no. Don't die here. I'm really surprised they're not swinging him. It's after time. This could mean everything. I'm very, very surprised Blue Jays don't go for the fight there. They have money as well. They know that he's low. They know that he's only got a deagle on the bomb site. I mean, he did have an AK, but he wasn't using it. It was out of bullets. They knew that. That is bizarre. Either way, they win the round, so obviously you can just sort of shrug off those small factors. But yeah, it does seem bizarre that they don't pressure for him there. Aggressing up after losing this man advantage. Needs to bring it back, and he does. The hero that brings things back into a 4-on-4. I'm starting to work its way back around to B. Styley's getting aggressive, though. Four v 4. Minute on this clock. Styley's still jiggling towards ramp. Morrow starts to work his way. I thought he'd start to work his way up. Still just holding on, though. Still waiting for this aggression. Monte cutting this a bit fine, to be honest. We've seen plenty of rounds so far this map as well, where they have left it right down to the wire and somewhat been timed out, either on the basis that they just don't really have a lot of time and they have to force themselves into sort of unadvantageous gunfights, a little bit like that one, or on the basis of quite literally running out of time, like we saw in the last round. Red Star with a big headshot. Brings things back into a 3-on-3. Low on health, though. And look at this B bomb site. It's absolutely fortified. Danny on the flank. And a triangle formation. The Bermuda Triangle here on the B site. Warrow. Soon as he takes contact, soon as he fires off a shot, the other two pounce from the other directions. And Monte, despite being able to take man advantages and things like that in situations, they're looking lost here on their T side. They are really not bringing anything into this round. 8-3. Need to rein in. Fessa up close. Forced away. Man advantage, though, and completely untraded for now. It's actually the first time in a little while that Monte have been able to sort of take this advantage and not be punished off the back of it. They haven't lost too much map control here either. Obviously, not contesting middle means that Kakanito is up close, but we've seen plenty of rounds here where Blue Jays have got super aggressive towards B ramp and places like that. So definitely caused complications late round for Monte. Kept a hold on that. A little bit better here. Aid kit on the angle with the AWP. Definitely not too late here for Monte to turn this one around. An 8-3 scoreline could very quickly become 8-4. And with the money on the CT side being quite low from taking a lot of damage in these ones, this could really be the turning point. Boros with a big headshot onto Aid kit. That's the AWP gone. Spams through the smoke. Tagged down Kakanito low. And with a man advantage, C4 down. Maybe a chance here for the CTs to just back off out of this one. Danny finds one of his own. Tagged down a little bit here as well, though. Warrow on 2 HP. Has to stay in his head angle if he exposes himself. And he's in a bit of trouble as DemQ falls. Not like this. Come on, Monte had the man advantage. This was looking like a round that was just for sure. And they've let it slip. The retake. absolutely crushes them. And I don't know whether it's good retakes there from Blue Jays or just bad post plants from Monte. To be honest, I'm going to lean heavier on the latter, because there was no util from Blue Jays. There really wasn't much to it with that retake. They just kind of ran at them and won their gunfights. Monte just weren't ready at all, weren't complimenting each other, weren't able to... when I say complimenting, I don't mean them saying to each other, you're looking really good. Nice skins, bro. Nice kills. No, I mean, like, positions where they can trade off of each other and things like that, right? Blue Jays were just able to quite comfortably isolate 3 kills and bring the retake their way. In fact, 4 kills. It was a 4v3, wasn't it? That was a rough round to lose. Of course, getting the bomb plant and a few frags in that one. In fact, 3 of them will give them enough money to go for a buy here. The max loss bonus, of course. But 9-3, this is where the scoreline starts to get a little dicey, because as I say, an 8-3 scoreline, absolutely recoverable. You can have yourself a decent half. Now you're 9-3 down, and you really need the next 3 in a row to call this one a good half. 2 would make it recoverable. Any more than that, it becomes really difficult. Kakanito, opening frag, completely untradeable. No one's there to support Fessa. He's often that entry, often the one trying to ploy for the early information, the early kills. Aid Kit gets off the angle in the nick of time as well. If he stuck around, he would have been met by 2 angry attackers that might have caught him out with the man advantage. And now less than a minute on this clock. That's kind of his cue, his time in the round. And he says, okay, I fall off of this angle now because time pressure's there. We've got the man advantage. I don't need to risk my life to give them this man advantage, or at least bring them back into a 4-on-4. Kickstand with heroics. A big double kill. Does give space and time for the bomb to go down, but Danny's on a massive flank, as we've seen plenty of times in the past. So good in these situations. He's a little bit late this time, though. Whether or not they anticipate it's a question, but they're both stacked up in long, and Kakanito's just not even going for this. What is going on here? This is so disjointed. Okay. All right. Well, bearing in mind Danny doesn't have any money, it's really bizarre. As Kakanito timed out, he's timed out. Okay. I was going to say, why on earth in the 2v2 is one of them going for it and one of them saving? But no, he's timed out. So we'll see a quick pause after this one. We'll wait for Kakanito's, whatever's happened, his internet, his PC or whatever, to reboot. Hopefully we'll be ready to get back into the action. Game might have just crashed, so maybe it's just a case of getting him back in the server. It probably was, because that was incredibly quick. Technical pause concludes 9-4. The scoreline sits. Monte really needed that, to be honest. I mean, it's a real shame that they lose the round off of the back of, Kakanito not being able to rotate. I mean, to be honest, even if he was able to rotate there and he hadn't disconnected, I'm really not too sure if the round would have played out too differently. That 2v2 definitely looked difficult for the CTs to get back into. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be question marks of would they have been able to make that happen. Big kill from Aid Kit. This is a weak buy. This round Monte absolutely have to be winning. And if they do so, realistically, this round is the difference between a 9-6 half and a likely 11-4. And that's such a huge leap there. This is very important for them to convert up against such a weak buy as well. AWP gone so early, not really retrievable here for Blue Jays just yet. Boros does fall off of this one. He could really do with getting rid of that sniper as well. Definitely don't want your opponents taking that, bringing it elsewhere, bringing it into the next round perhaps. Fessa with a big entry. Okay, Fessa's heroics. There we go. Snaps into life. 3 kills, make it 4. They take the man disadvantage. They're like, oh man, really need to win this round. Fessa just says, hold my beer, I'll get an ace. Tucks himself away. Trigger discipline for Kakanito. Might just feed Fessa the 5k. No. Quicker to the headshot for the second. Taps the bomb. Now starts to realize potentially there could be a flank. No, he is set. He is set on Red Star being in cave. Either a bad read or a bad call. Either one. He does not come out of that one alive. Good attempt at the 3v1, to be fair. He's found himself 2 kills. That's a beautiful opening shot from AidKit as well. Yeah, Kakanito, but he doesn't fire off the shot onto Fessa. I'm thinking, is this Fessa's chance for the ace? He doesn't find it. Doesn't expect the flank from Red Star. Well played from Red Star there as well. Put himself in the unanticipated position. 9-5. Should be 9-6 here as Monte have a much, much stronger buy than their opponents. I mean, look at this. 3 pistols. There's 2 Desert Eagles and a 5.7. An MP9, a Scout to work with. This is far from a decent buy. It's a shame that it kind of breaks this late in the half as well. Such an important time. That had such a grasp on the game, being 9-3 up. Perfect opportunity for you to take a super, super one-sided half. 11-4, 12-3 is happy days. Without it, 9-6, and it's a good half for the T side on a map like Ancient. Big opening kill from Red Star, of course. Wasn't the opening. Kakanito was actually able to find one with a 5.7 before he fell. Kiksan. Oh, that is a horrible whiff, but... Alright, gets away with it. Fessa doesn't react quick enough, so a man advantage once again here for the CT side. Danny cleared, but finds the kill. And again, they're just playing by themselves. This is kind of very bizarre from Monte, and I think that's maybe, and I don't want to kind of read into this too much, but maybe the result of kind of having like a team of just super talents playing. They do go for these individual plays a lot. They're all trying to be this star player because many of them in rosters before now were exactly that. Red Star left in the 1-on-2, not going to be able to make it happen. A 10-5 scoreline really shouldn't have been. Blue Jays didn't have a lot to work with there, but they were gifted 5 1-for-1 fights, so they'll take them all day long. And yeah, we'll be going to a short break. When we return, we'll be back with the second half, around about 90 seconds, folks. We'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, everybody. A 10-5 half. Not bad. Kind of the minimum benchmark I really feel for Monte being on their T side here of Ancient. But, of course, should have really been 9-6. That final round could have easily gone their way. They didn't do so. Pistols out, Red Star with the Jawlies. Starlies with a Glock. Does start to aggress his way forward. Boros should be able to find the entry here onto Kakanito, and he does. Glock's aggressing. Oh my goodness, Boros. What a huge play and a huge round from the young gun. Glock will bite right back from Stylies. Looks to try and keep himself alive in this one. A valiant attempt, of course, but won't be enough. Boros still alive and kicking too. 3 kills. Wants to make it 4. Red Star's Jawlies up close. Surely ends this one. And there it is. Big headshot. And Monte back in the picture here. A much needed pistol round win. Puts the scoreline 10-6. A bomb plant means Blue Jays probably go for a buy here. There it is. Styly's giving us the indication that that's what's going to happen. Unless he's going for some kind of crazy hero AK play, but I doubt that will be the case. There it is. Red start. In his way forward, kicks and Danny. Oh my god, timing here. Oh my goodness, Fessa, how have you not found that kill? Red Star leaves him high and dry as well. As soon as he dies there, he says, I don't want to commit to this fight. I can't stick around and risk losing my life here and then losing the round off the back of it. This is too important. They'll just allow the man advantage to swing their opponent's way. Demku will find it back elsewhere over towards the A-bomb site. C4 been spotted, but a little too late. Still will go down. Nades over the top. Flashbang to support them in. Warrior aggresses forward. Steiny's up close. Does find the first one to Red Star. Warriors there to trade it straight away. Full HP, the better man to have in this retake scenario. Knowing Kicksan's coming in from behind as well. Makes the noise. Gives it away. Boros able to take care of him. Man advantage here on the retake. Aid kit. Danny. No utility. Galil and an MP9. But they've got health on their side. And this is quite smart. Double stack into Donut. But as Boros is going for the defuse, Deagle spams away. Oh, it's so close. But the bomb defuse comes through just before Aid Kit spams. Why is he so late to spam with the Galil there? That could have been it. He could have found the 2 kills and that would have been the round. But tactical pause here from Monte. Out of their 4 is the scoreline 10-7. Blue Jays with another bomb plant. And yeah, 2 players staying alive in that last round, finding 4 kills as well. 2 of them post-round, but I don't think that matters all too much. They're in a position where, of course, they're going to go for another buy here. They kind of have to buy around those 2 weapons they saved in the last. Well, they don't have to, but it makes sense to. A lot of early damage. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Well, a big kill from Demku. Considering he's had to swap out from his M4 there to the USD. He's actually done incredibly well. Red Star bites right back with a FAMAS. Supports his teammate. Demku still in the corner. And in case they didn't know he was there before, they certainly do now. He's just reloaded. Creeps his way out. Boros support from up top on the shelf. Danny as the smoke fades. Will be able to take one back. Oh, almost another. That could have been it. There's Kicksan. Takes out Warro. That's the high HP player. He's okay. He's on 2 HP himself, but teammates are 1 bullet away from death as well. 3 bullets to be fired here in this round. 2 for Kicksan get rattled off. Then the round's his. If 1 comes back his way, then he's in trouble. Bomb tapped. Boros working his way around this smoke. They have no idea where Kicksan is, and he's coming in from behind. Now they do. He's fired off the shot. He's missed it. Spamming away through this smoke. Boros committing to the defuse again as he finds Festa. Spams away. Boros so close to finish this one off. Kicksan, that could have been his. Oh no, again. Again, Monte find it through these last second diffuses through the smoke. It's Boros both times as well. Oh, bro. That is absolutely brutal. That is absolutely brutal. 2 rounds on the trot that they've come painfully close to winning. And again, for Monte, right, their economy is nowhere right now because they just don't have the cash. Every single round, they've either kept 1 player alive or they've lost everybody, like in the last there. So I think we'll see a technical pause before we get into this next one. But yeah, it's going to be another brawl. Blue Jays, in the meantime, Been building up this loss bonus. Whilst also finding kills and whatnot. AK retrieved from that last round as well for Kixan, so he's got plenty of cash, plus all the util and stuff. Ten to 8. Okay, he's out. 2 for Masses and an MP9 for Monte. So, despite the fact they keep winning these rounds, they're on a much weaker buy. Warrow wanted to go for the peek towards Cave, but obviously that relies on his teammates on the B site actually staying alive as they've fallen. Has to backtrack. Has to try and stop this one before it gets too out of hand. Does find himself 1 kill, certainly important. Spams through the wood. Would have finished off the planter if Red Star had committed for a little longer there. I think he realised how much damage he'd actually dealt onto Aid Kit. Cute. Applies a smoke. Gives them potentially a safe exit as they went to save, but potentially is the key word there because Kakanito's just found himself 2. Eagles. Red Star. Clatters away. Doesn't find anything just yet. Molly will come in. This should be a freebie round here for the Blue Jays. And yeah, kind of an important time to turn it around, to be honest. Keeping Monte on the back foot. Just Eagles to work with. They've been very scary with them in the past. Best up. Big headshot. That's what I mean by scary. Pistols out. Warrow. Smoke in hand. Molly right at his feet. Aid Kit will swing wide. Finds a big headshot. Boros. Left in a predicament. Danny's able to find himself 1 more. Swings wide. Warrow gone. Red Star takes 1 back. And yeah, this gets really scrappy, but does still go Blue Jays' way. And in the 3v1, he'll start to work his way around. 5-7 in hand. Spots 1. Oh, okay. That's actually a really interesting run boost. That's really cool. That is really cool. I've actually never seen that before. I didn't realize you could get up there. I'm not sure if you stay up there, if you stay accurate while you're up there, but either way, DemQ finding that kill gives him a safe exit. Opportunity to find himself another couple, or at least another 1. Takes an AK out of it as well. And to be honest, when there's not a lot of money here for Monte, there's not a huge amount of money here for Blue Jays. It's actually not bad, taking away a couple of rifles, forcing some reinvestments. Keeps our economy honest. And they're not at the finish line yet. There's still a fair few rounds to be played. 12-8 the scoreline goes. I don't know. We won't see a buy in the next tier for Monte, but with this AK, maybe a chance to... No, they're not going to go for any pistols. There isn't any money. It'll be a full eco around this AK, but it doesn't matter. They'll be on a buy in the next. Bitskins, remember, P2P live now. Most trusted, lowest fees. Bitskins are awesome. They're our partners for the event. Go and check them out if you want to buy, sell, or trade skins. Dialy's up close with the Mac 10. P9 to the right-hand side. Fessa, if he doubles down there. It could have been huge. Instead, Aid Kit bites right back. 4v4. Still control of the B site, though. Boros repeats. Okay, that was a really dangerous game to be playing. But a man advantage, an important one. Those rifles that were dropped aren't retrievable just yet, so Red Star still down to a Deagle. Warrow on a 5-7, but Xena starts to aggress. Boros is FAMAS. Tucked in the corner. Timing's everything, and timing's perfect. Peeks out as the smoke's fading. Catches Danny crossing onto the site with the bomb. Will delay this plant even further and means that short smoke already faded. Kakanito wary that someone's aggressing forward. That's not the case. Instead, they're both behind the smoke on long. Spamming through. Kipsan up close. Oh my goodness, he could shut this one down. Right here, right now. Kakanito with one big kill, but Kipsan only good for the one tap. Can't finish off Demku with Red Star on 7 HP. That definitely could have swung either way. It goes 12-9. There will be money here for Blue Jays in the next. Remember, they got the bomb plant in this one, but not a huge amount of a loss bonus. So, yeah, just about enough to go for another buy on 3. Kakanito and Aid Kit, plenty of cash, so a chance for Aid Kit to buy an AWP. And Kakanito's, yeah, got some extra money for a rainy day, I suppose, but a tactical pause here for Blue Jays. Twelve to 9. Rifles out. AWP on Aid Kit. As I said before, you had enough money for one. Kakanito. His little rainy day funds there as well. Siles has to go down to a Galil, but still a decent investment all round. For Monte, no AWP available, just those rifles. Okay, a lot of damage dealt early on. They deployed, and yeah, neither of them actually fall from it. 20 HP and 30 HP they get out with alive with. Demku. Very tight angle in CT. Spams away. Needs to get off of that angle straight away, though. Otherwise, Aid Kit's going to do that to you. Spam straight off the bat. Waro. Rattles off a few shots from Donut. Kakanito doesn't even try to cross. Doesn't even stick around to see what the lead of an A1S tastes like. Just gets the hell out of there. They'll take the post plants here. Bomb really, really open. 4 versus 4. Smokes will go down. Blue Jays really recognize the importance of closing this one out. Danny with the control of the temple. Kakanito boosted up. There was a smoke kit. They can smoke off main. They can smoke off the bomb. Boros aggressing forward. Hits the dink, but no kill. And Kakanito able to swing wide and take another off the back of it. Would have been huge if they'd found that one. Red Star has to commit to the plant. Big frag from him. Doubles up, but they haven't got time on the bomb. Best of the man with the kit was not the one that tapped it. And Blue Jays will take it over the top. I mean, they lose every single member, but that extra money on Kakanito means he can drop an AWP over to Aid Kit, and he can go for another full investment in this next. 13 to 9. Monte going to be crushed that they can get that one done. Boros. Close to this smoke. Aid Kit on the other side of it. All right. Deploying his smoke. 40 seconds on this clock. A very, very important round here for Monte. This is a bottom of the barrel buy. If they lose it, Blue Jays are on to 14. Monte don't have money in the next. And that'll be map point. And 6 chances to close here for the Blue Jays to take themselves across the line. Bessa, a big kill. Important frags to come through to keep them afloat. Danny regressing. Should be able to win this fight onto Boros. There it is. Chance for them to maybe regress onto this B site. Red Star creeping forward with FAMAS. Might be able to get the timing. Oh no, Danny's found another. Back into a 3-on-3. 8 kit low on health, but he's taking the long way around. He's actually tucked himself away, expecting Red Star's aggression. Read like a book. I don't believe it. But no time. I wasn't even looking at the clock. What on earth are Blue Jays doing? They're taking way too long. They'd made the call to save, but they were still finding the kills. They were still putting themselves in these dangerous situations. Okay. I was too focused on the frags, too focused on where people were on the map to actually realize the timer had completely expired. Kakanito having one of those big games I was talking about earlier. Steps up when he's needed. Third map. Elimination game. Yeah, he delivers. He delivers in those. Need to rein in. Oh my goodness, look how much presence there is on mid. Monte applying so much pressure here to take this control for Blue Jays. The buy is just not here. I mean, they're fully invested into this, but there's not a whole lot behind it. This is where it starts to get messy. Neither team want to let up on this. Both teams have had a lot of success with these scrappy buys as well. And they know that their opponents don't have a lot of cash to work with, so dropping down to an eco, giving them a freebie, gives them a chance to get that economy thriving. Kakanito press right up tempo. Here's the steps, tucks himself away, but oh, he's been spotted. Really smart from Red Star there to actually hard clear that position as well, but here we go. 4v2. 8 kit, Danny, the 2 players with the rifles, the 2 to try and get their way back into this. Kill from 8 kit. Fessa able to trade it out, though can't double down. Spray a little bit messy. MQ coming in from behind. Red Star to join him. Danny with his back turn, but as he starts to aggress in, if he wins this fight onto MQ, it could win them the round, but it's not going to happen. There we go. All right. 13-11. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Really good chance for Monte to actually pull off this comeback as well. With the bomb plant going down, Blue Jays will have a little bit of cash, but certainly not enough to buy. So we will see a probably a little bit of a half investment going into this next. They've got, what, a $2,400 loss bonus, so they can afford to buy down to like 2K. 8 kit can't really buy anything here unless he does. Danny saves the money. But yeah, pistols probably at most hit. Clicks in the chat and no timer going means probably a technical pause. Hopefully nothing too complicated, nothing that can't be resolved quickly. I'm not sure what this technical issue is. I don't have any info on it at the moment, but yeah, hopefully whatever it is resolved quickly. No one's disconnected from the server or anything like that. We have kind of been plagued by technical issues this game so far, this series, but nothing that hasn't been resolved super quickly, so not really an issue. Back into the action. Timeout concluded. 13-11. Blue Jays actually forcing into this, which is kind of crazy if I'm perfectly honest. Very, very dangerous game to be playing if it doesn't go their way. The scoreline almost certainly ties up. And Monte will have the advantage, just inherently being on their CT side. And start to retreat. The rifles are the ones that have taken the brunt of the damage as well in these opening duels. (13-11). Besser working his way forward. Oh man, that's a big whiff. I must have taken early damage. The man advantage will go the Blue Jays' way. Red Star able to trade it right back out, and he doesn't stick around for more. Probably could have found himself another kill, but yeah, doesn't want to give him an M4. Doesn't want to give him any opportunity either. Just falls away from this one. Knows that they have a better buy. As soon as they've confirmed that Blue Jays are on a force, they're rubbing their hands together, saying, all we need to do is win this round, and we've got a very good chance of closing out this game. So, no time for mistakes. Red Star, oh, his timing's perfect. Needs to just win at least one fight here, and he does. Delays long enough as well. Blue Jays have left this too late. They actually don't have time, even if they throw themselves at the bomb site right now. Oh my goodness, okay. Kidsan does. C4 will go down. Swings wide, finds himself one. Oh my goodness. All right, that comes a little close for comfort. I thought there was quite literally no time for that bomb to go down, but it was in the final millisecond, final tick, I think that C4 was literally planted. And there we go. 13-12. No money here for Blue Jays. Monte with plenty of cash. I say plenty, like they're rolling in it. It's not really the case. They've got enough. They've got enough to go for a full buy. For Blue Jays, quick tactical pause. I'm not surprised because they're sat at sort of 3.5K on a lot of their players. Not really enough to go for a proper investment. They have got a $2,900 loss bonus, so we could definitely see them go for sort of a half investment here, full buy in the next. But obviously that allows the scoreline to tie up. Needs rain in. Then AWP out. Red Star working his way forward. Boros has fallen early. Oh no, this is not a round you want to be losing. Blue Jays forced into this again. Monte thinking, when the hell is it going to be our turn to have a freebie? Oh my goodness, Warrow, big kill through this wall, and oh wow. Okay, well, a man advantage going their way, making me think the round might swing to them momentarily, but that's not going to be the case at all. Monte slam their foot down and say no. 13-13. And finally, with no bomb plant, Blue Jays have to go for an eco here. I'd have rather see them go for a half buy and a buy in this one here. But no, they've kind of shot themselves in the foot a little bit. And almost getting those consecutive bomb plants didn't really do them any favors. It almost baited them into saying, yeah, okay, we can kind of justify buying here, when that wasn't really the case. Half investment, full loss bonus in the next, though. So we do see Tech-9s and a little bit of Kevlar and whatnot come out in this one. Fast pressure towards middle. Kakanito trying to work his way forward alongside Stylies. They've taken the mid control. The question is, do they just hold it? Or do they try and aggress and maybe take candles or donut? Aid kit. Elsewhere has found himself on with a Glock. He's trying to save himself a bit of extra money for an AWP in the next. Red Star, you've just spotted a foot, my friend. Hasn't reacted to it. Stylies in this corner. Red Star thinks he's on the right-hand side. That's not the case. Go on, pick the left. I think he thinks it's clear because he didn't see anything. You saw his foot. Definitely saw his foot. And disadvantage, Blue Jays. If they pull it off with the pistols, then it really is something else. That would really add insult to injury here for this whole series. Of course, neither team willing to let up. An elimination match, the final stages of the game. To be honest, I think we could see an overtime hit. It all depends how things roll. Red Star, patience is a virtue, and it pays off for him. Finding the kill eventually. A control. Lost here by Kakanito, and as they over-rotate, actually, Aidkit and Danny are able to get onto the B site and get this C4 planted. Instead, they aggress all the way through, with Kakanito finding himself one. Should be traded. In fact, no one else is there to do it. So Kakanito can grab himself an AK. Bomb will go down on B. Very important that Fessa wins that duel, and he does. If he finds another here, it's round over. There it is. All right, they know that Kakanito's still on A, so that is that done and dusted. But that got a little bit too scary, considering that was a... considering that was a very, very weak buy. That was just Tech 9s. It was not a round they were supposed to win. That definitely got too close for comfort. Here we go, though. (14-13) lead here for Monte. If they win this round, then it might just be game over. If they lose it, they've still got cash to work with in the next. We go 14-14. Maybe we see an overtime or something funky. Aidkit, that was an important duel to win. Spots the arm, can't connect the shot. Red Star feeling lucky right now, perhaps. Could buy a lottery ticket. That's sticking around to spam's a dangerous game. He has got Red Star support, though. But yeah, as soon as that molly comes in, he gets out of there. Doesn't want to overstay his welcome. Smart stuff. Smart boy. Red Star. Spots him on the peak. Doesn't actually re-swing for the fight either. I like this. Red Star playing very disciplined. And that's why he's sitting on 25 frags. Kakanito's hit a 30 bomb as well with his kill in that last round. That was his 30th. Having a massive, massive impact here. Unfortunately for him, just no one else on his team is really outputting that same kind of impact. Same kind of damage. Besser boosted up. It's a really nice boost position. Overlooked, especially when smoke goes in play. Just needs to be patient because they are going to come by the looks of things. They are working their way up towards this B site. Yeah, there we go. Nate starts to rain over. Smoke over the top. Fessa now knows he's got a brilliant position. Just needs to wait for the sound cues. He can jump over, get the info, spam. There it is. Runs towards the site. Spams to deny the plant. Won't happen. And a 5v5 retake. Locked out of the B site. Monte have to try and force their way back in. They haven't got a lot of util to do so either. They actually expended most of it earlier in the round. Try and run down this clock. Styles works his way forward, but Boros and Waro in the meantime managed to find two of their own. Styles doubles up, but a man advantage here for the defense as Waro still with his sniper. And at this point, they kind of know where these remaining two players are. They've cleared everything else. Red Star's going to swing wide. Knows he has to be in cave. Aidkit, there's nowhere else he can be. He has to be here towards ramp, and he has to pull off some heroics to make this happen. Not a lot of time on this bomb. Have they not got it? No, he doesn't have a kit. Oh, he's just going to pick one up, but that's going to be 14. Oh, man. I mean, it's correct there for DemQ to get off of the bomb to help with the fight. But if there's no time, you have to commit to the defuse. That's such a massive problem. And in the heat of the moment, they make the wrong call. Red Star is 27-17. But it doesn't seem to matter. They're still not pulling rounds off of it. 14-14 the scoreline goes. Monte, that could have been that point. That could have been the closer. They had extra money as well on players. That's the problem. Why have you not got a kit? Right? I know that you're trying to sort of conserve cash and saying, well, yeah, we don't need to kind of overinvest in diffuse kits. We'll just have 2 or 3 and keep an eye on them. But that's why you don't do that, right? You got money for a kit, just buy a damn kit. Especially late game like this. Can't be affording those mistakes. Fessa here with the M4. Danny up close. Styles gonna lose his life first. This could be huge. Fessa spots one in the corner. Oh, saved by Waro. That's an important Very, very important kill. Boros gets the info that Kicksands there. Warros will actually finish him off with a Molotov as well. He was dinked by Boros' MP9. Kakanito in the meantime, bit of a spanner in the works coming in from behind, but Demku reads it like a book. Aid get left in the 1v4. It's going to be 15 here for Monte. If Aidkit can't find himself something, either saving this orb, getting a bomb plant, finding a couple of kills, not going to have a lot of money to work with in the next. Lost bonus there, but it won't be great. Maybe 24, 2,900, something like that. Aidkit will plant this bomb, surely denied. There it is, a little bit messy from Demku, but finds it. And there we go, yeah, like 3k in the bank. To be honest, Blue Jays have had success with money like this in the past. We've seen sort of 2 rounds now where one of them they won, the other one they came super, super close to winning with a really weak buy like this. So I definitely don't want to count them out of it completely, but definitely cause for concern. Definitely a worry here that this could be when we end things. Blue Jays calling their final tactical pause that they're allowed in this match. And yeah, obviously, can't blame them here. This is absolutely the time you need to be using it. Move into potentially the final round of this series. The round that could knock Blue Jays right out of the tournament, which I think would be a real shame, to be perfectly honest. I think it would be a real shame to see them exit at this stage because they're a team that have obviously proven that they are capable of competing at that next level and are capable of playing against some of the top opponents. Red Star, big opening pick, but 1-for-1 with a MAC-10, not too bad. Still, the 1-for-1 frags. Demku does fall, but Warro's doing his heroics. He's doing Warro things. Makes himself very exposed to Kakanito, though. So, he's back into a 2-on-2. Maybe getting a little bit greedy there going for that third fight. But I suppose when you're on the AWP and you're feeling it, you just keep peeking. Here we go. Boros, prime position. Oh, no, that's a horrible whiff. Don't pull the trigger if you're not in a position to find the kill. He's pulled the trigger way too early. Fessa in from behind. Should be able to clean things up. There it is. Oh, no. Blue Jays, if they just commit to the bomb site. Oh, they probably win the game. But no, they second-guess themselves. They think, oh, we think he's coming in from Temple or CT. Let's try and outsmart him. Let's head back to B. And that is the wrong call to make. Oh, that's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. What Monte... They're going to be doing this right now. You can't even see my hands. They're going to be shaking. They're going to be like, wow, I can't believe we just won that game. That was way too close. But they're going to be going into the 2-2 bracket. And yeah, they'll stay afloat here in the Swiss stage for a little bit longer. A chance for them to progress to the playoffs. Massive commiserations to Blue Jays, team that I'm a big fan of. But they won't be making it through today. I'm going to have to start sticking my stickers, you know, stick them on the walls and stuff. Anyway, we're going to be going to a 10-minute break. When we return, we'll be back to the second map. We're a little bit behind schedule because that one was such a long one. So don't go anywhere because we'll be back as soon as we can with the next series of the day.
Hey buddy, let me show you how to fix that. Bitskins.com. Buy and sell skins instantly. Deposit and withdraw funds instantly with crypto or directly to your Visa card. Bitskins.com. The best skin marketplace.
Win up to $1 million with your CSGO esports predictions. Simply guess the kill scores of the 10 players in a CSGO match. The more you guess correctly, the bigger